Oh, so that's cool. So I think let's see if this actually works. Because I started streaming. Okay, so your audience will see it in a moment, dude. Are we ready? You want to retweet each other's tweets?
Huh? Huh?
I'm gonna retweet each other's tweets.
James.
Promote it.
I'm cold, man. Oh, live awake alert enthusiastic. Alive awake alert enthusiastic. I am alive awake. Yo, we should do that with the stream. All right, we're gonna. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna leave one of those for everybody. It's fucking. What are you wearing, Max? Why are you in so many coats in the house? It's fucking cold. About to be warm as shit. Do you think we should try and have that laptop more like centered? I mean, I know you need to be in front of it, so no, never mind.
I'm just gonna leave it like this. It makes it look cool and like techie, I think. Why is this zoom that?
Also, we should try and stop tapping on the cable, because I was watching it and I was like, that's awful.
Yeah. We learned a lot from our last.
But I like to tap.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, especially when I get drunk.
Yeah. Do you like the description? So we should just not have this video up. What should we have up?
I told you, sexy anime girls.
Bring it up. So this is the pre-show. Wait, we always see.
Welcome to the pre-show.
This is for people who aren't. We have 0 people watching live, but this will be archived.
So it will be archived. You'll see it.
You'll see it. I'm gonna close the door so we get less audio.
Yeah, I don't need those fucking roommates walking in.
Here, I'll click on some sexy anime girls so you can look at that.
Are they screen capping for us? Oh man, I'm a fan of this one. That's also a pretty good one. Let's see if I can. Are we gonna put them on the screen for everyone to look at?
Yeah, we can do that.
Anime schoolgirl. Do that one. Wait.
We're going to display capture then.
Holy fuck! That's bad.
Oh shit! Oh, let's premiere that on our.
No, that needs to be a secret.
Do you want it to be a secret? We're live right now.
I don't care either way.
Okay, come on, frame.
Archived. So, Halloween's just around the corner.
Gara, baby.
Gara
Get the gourd in there.
of the sand. Look at that paper mache. I mean, that real gourd. Housing the sand
shit,
Gara uses to do his sand jutsus.
Oh my god.
I'm a fucking weeb.
Get used to walking with it.
That's kind of... That's fucking sick.
I also got my shoes.
Straight up badass.
Did you buy those?
I made them.
You made them shits? Holy fuck, you're so crafty.
I haven't done any schoolwork this week.
All dedicated to the costume.
It's all about the cause, dude.
Honestly, that's sick.
Matt made it a challenge. Matt is going all out. So.
How are you gonna go to a party wearing that shit?
It's gonna be our party, and I'm probably gonna take the gourd off.
You should just put a bunch of beer in there and drink the beer out of that.
Just like a giant keg.
Alright. So welcome to the pre-show, everybody. We got somebody watching.
Someone. Whoever it is, we're proud of you. Thanks for tuning in. We love it. You have any good introductory words for us, Isaac? Agara?
Welcome.
The pre-show is more for people who are not watching it live because it archives and then they get to watch the beginning again. So, but this is when we wait for people to roll in for the live show.
It's just
Dan is going to be here tonight. Let's talk about that a little bit during the pre-show.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's
what Dan means to us.
What does Dan? Yeah, that's important. Dan, what does Dan mean to us?
He
nothing if he doesn't show up.
Straight up. He chugs beer every 5 viewers. That's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Something similar will have to take its place.
Should we wear Naruto headbands for this live stream?
Yeah, why not? You have two?
Oh,
you have 3?
Yeah.
I'll chug beers.
Oh, Isaac can do it. Yeah, Gara will come
Yo,
in.
you want to chug beers every 5 viewers?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, we've got Dan's replacement. This is Isaac. He's also this is Gara, a Kazekage.
Yeah.
Kazekage of the village hidden in the stone. If it was in the sand. Village hidden in the sand. There we go. Yeah, that's right.
Looks better on camera.
Yeah, that shit's thick as fuck. I can't believe you made that shit. Honestly, that's really cool.
It was worth it.
I would never have that much dedication or patience for almost anything in my life.
Need to figure out a better harness.
Alright.
Oof. You know, wearing your headband is a testament to fighting on equal terms as a Leaf Shinobi. You're not gonna make a scratch on my forehead.
How do I tie this bitch?
Dude, haven't you seen Naruto?
Alright.
Yes! Isaac with his sand village. Damn, so good.
Sorry for any of my factual inaccuracies.
Not my Kazekage.
Not my guy.
Okay, we're up to 3 viewers. We usually start at 5.
Yeah, we'll pretty much get it going pretty soon. Just wait for everyone to trickle in. It's
hitting the table is gonna be a huge
I
issue.
feel like, you know, Gucci Mane, I think, is getting married tonight. So
Is he?
people, yeah.
Is he?
I think so. Gucci Mane's,
So we're competing with that.
Gucci Mane's wedding. We're competing with Gucci Mane's
We
wedding.
have to
I think.
we have to compete with Comfy Talk. We have to compete with Gucci Mane's wedding, dude.
Well, we're not competing with Comfy Talk right now. They just won't be tuning in because they do their streaming, you know.
But I thought they started at like 10.
They do, but they don't live stream. Remember?
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily compete with their viewers because they won't have their stuff up till Wednesday or Thursday. All right, should we where we at? 3 viewers, or I can't even see. How does this? Tell me how this format works. I'm not really. 4. The last time 6
4
minutes.
people watching. This is the live chat.
Cedric, yo, what's up, Ced? What's up, Ced? All right, I think Gara, we got someone who's really loving that shit you got going on.
Nice. Who is it?
My friend Cedric back home. No, not really back home, but back in Florida at least. He's one of our subs, you know.
Once we get the 5 viewers, Isaac, we'll have you come on frame and
Chug
chug
your
a beer as
first
Gara.
beer. Yeah.
And then we'll kick off the intro segment. So we're up to 4 right now. If we could just get one more person, that'd be great.
Come on.
But this is for the real fans.
This
you
is
know?
for the real
We
fans.
gotta do something good for the pre-show because only the real fans tune in for the pre-show.
And
so
they get to see it live. And
So
they get
what's
to see it live.
something?
We could.
Well, I feel like real fans are also people who watch it again post. They watch it not live.
Yeah, that's true.
So what's something?
Oh, we're at 5
we're
viewers.
at 5. Okay.
Bring it in, baby. So again, you know, Dan's being productive and studying. He's at class or something, so he's not
He's at
gonna
class
be,
right now. When he gets back, I think he wants to study. So
Yeah, so he's not going to be chugging every 5 viewers, but
our boy Gara.
Gara of the Sand, Kazekage will be. So give this man a beer.
Yeah, give me a beer. What's
Let's
Dan's
see.
record?
Dan, pretty bad. Nothing.
Hey.
I mean, really
he's
good.
doing
I mean,
his best.
he's
He's
where's
doing
my
his
phone
best.
so I can time this? I don't have a phone. Fuck.
Good.
My life is falling apart.
Dude, use my phone.
Oh, I put it away so I wouldn't be touching it because I'm always touching my phone. I think I'm kind of addicted to my cell phone. All right, 3, 2, go.
You should say 1, then go.
All right, stop. 3, 2, 1, drink. Yeah, I'm a little bit. Oh wow, this is a lot faster. Holy Jesus!
Significantly faster than Dan.
Much faster. Oh, he's 10.1
Okay.
10.1 seconds.
10.1.
I mean, James, you had 9.
Slightly
You had
faster
9,
than Dan's records.
but not as fast as James.
That's alright though.
That's okay.
So,
I'll be taking Dan's spot tonight if I have to chug a beer.
for those of us new to the podcast, I'm Famous James.
I'm Famous Max, I think.
And this is Isaac. Isaac doesn't actually usually join us, but usually we have our lovely intern Dan, lovely assistant Dan, and he chugs beer every 5 viewers. So thank you to the first 5 viewers for
Witnessing cosplayers drink beer.
witnessing Naruto cosplayers drink beer. Thank you. We'll have Isaac on for tons of different stuff. He'll interject. He'll be our Dan for the night.
I wish I was Dan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Hand me another beer.
Yeah, I got you.
Not enough drinks.
Our drink
So,
of the night is Natty Light.
We're sponsored.
Sponsored by... God, I wish we were sponsored by Natty Light. That'd be amazing.
If we were sponsored by a beer company, I wouldn't want to be Natty Light. I could go with Hams.
Yeah.
I'd be sponsored by Hams. That'd be cool. Maybe Jenny just for the sake
Some
of
Jenny, yeah, that'd be some good like rock.
Honestly, don't even like Jenny that much.
Some
but
Rock City.
what I do like, I appreciate Rochester. I appreciate supporting upstate New York. You know.
We have a viewer comment. Doesn't Gara not wear a headband?
He wears it around his sash on his gourd, but I'm not wearing my gourd, so
Now I guess you're just a red-haired.
I gotta respect and honor the terms to fight as a shinobi or whatever.
Yeah,
Something like that. something along those lines.
All right, so intro.
You know,
My name's James. Your name's Max.
My name's Max. Yeah. So I guess briefly, let's recap last week. Let's recap last Saturday for all of our viewers. You know, if you tuned in Saturday, you would know we had the lovely guest Emily.
Emily, we live stream every Tuesday and Saturday. Saturdays at 7 o'clock, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Saturday, well, let's go. Tuesdays are our we debate more. It's more, you know.
It's more conversational between me and James. It's just
it's a personal look.
We're hosting, you know. We're just having a good time.
Kinda
we're hosting each other, having fun as friends. You get to see us, you know, be a little bit intimate. You know, kind of love each other, kind of get upset at each other. You know, just go along with the antics as you know.
Yeah, it devolves a lot faster on Tuesdays. It's a lot less put together. We have some segments for you today, though, because we're learning more and more each week.
We're trying our best.
But Saturdays are for the girls.
Saturdays are for the girls.
We have,
contrary to popular belief.
We have.
I think in our first podcast, though, we did say Saturdays are for the boys.
We did. We're not contradicting ourselves. Saturdays are for our Tinder views. So good podcasts have a lot of interviews with interesting people, and we're a good podcast.
And we have interviews with maybe interesting Tinder people.
Yeah, we meet people on Tinder. We get them into here. We've never met them before,
so we don't even know if they're going to be good material or not. Luckily, Emily.
Holy shit, though! Last week worked out great. Emily, I hope you're watching.
If you are,
let's move seamlessly into the shout-outs portion. Shout out to Emily.
Shout out to Emily. She was fantastic. She wants to come back next week, and you know, maybe we'll have a little Tinder. You know, we'll see who's the champion, the reigning Tinder date.
Yeah, we want to bring in a new Tinder date.
The reigning Tinder date. We'll have to fight for who gets.
So Emily matched with you on Tinder, and you talked to her. So
I think you have to bring somebody this time.
I want to bring somebody, and we'll have like a 2-on-2 kind of game show thing. Because also last Saturday. It's the pregame with Max and James.
But we don't know if we introduced the pregame aspect enough. Like, yeah, you're supposed to keep up with us drinking, but
we didn't really have much encouragement for drinking.
No.
So next week, hopefully, I drink a lot. We'll have 2 teams. Me and Max both with a respective Tinder teammate, and we'll have some drinking games. It'll be exciting, and everybody at home, you can get out your beers, you can get out your shots, and you'll have to
apple juice.
Choose a team.
Yeah.
Root for a team.
Yeah. You
get all your friends together. You know, split them up. Root for Max or James.
And get a little bit drunk with us.
But we'll figure that out more by Saturday, and we'll make the rules.
More details will be available soon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll let you know when we know what we're gonna do.
So, Emily, if you're out there, let us know. You want to come back, right?
If you're out there,
if you're out there, please, we need you. We need you back in our lives.
Yeah, she was the glue for that episode. Her and Dan. We had a lot of glue that episode.
It
was a sticky episode.
I need that stuff, that sticky stuff.
Also, so next shout out is to Ryan Shaw.
Ryan
Shaw listened to our Saturday Tinder view with Emily during a car ride. So he listened to all 3 hours, and he took notes. Ooh. So I'm pretty sure it was while he was driving.
That's badass.
By himself driving.
You know, dangerous, but kind of badass.
Dangerous, therefore badass.
Yeah, true. Danger kind of is
and so
complimentary to badassdom.
He listens to a lot of Joe Rogan. He listens to a lot of podcasts while he's driving. And so he kind of took our podcast from a standpoint of what if you're just listening to it and not watching it. And so he took a lot of notes on that.
Yeah.
And so I haven't got the notes yet, actually, but I'm assuming they're productive. He sent me a picture of some of them. And it was along the lines of, like, the chugging doesn't work if you're just listening.
Right.
So we should use that time slot to, like, we could rapid fire questions or have, like, something else happen during
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
But so that's another consideration for, our last segment of the night is going to be Future the Podcast. So we'll delve into some more about that.
How we might be changing, but, you know, not selling out.
Yeah.
We can't sell out. no one's paying us.
Nobody's paying us, but we'll see if we can resist selling out if we get there, if the opportunity comes. It's a lot harder to monetize your YouTube videos now. Now you need at least 10,000 channel views to monetize. Fuck. Yeah, so
get us there.
Get us there, okay. But I don't think live views count towards that. I think they need to be post live.
Bullshit.
So but yeah, so maybe we'll move more towards more audio-based things, but I feel like our voices are coming out strong. Daniel Decker has entered
in the
building.
house!
Isaac took your first chug for you.
Oh, really? Oh.
Are you going to be chugging tonight?
Yeah, dude, I'll chug.
Oh,
Dan's
shit.
gonna chug!
Dan is gonna chug.
Okay, so we're at 6 viewers. If we can get us up to 10, Dan will chug. Unless you want to give us the chug.
The rule is Dan has to chug every 5 viewers.
Yeah, whether
Even though
the rule never says Isaac chugs, you don't chug.
Yeah.
Isaac just also chugs. So I think Dan needs to.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of thirsty. Just got out of a class.
Also, we're kind of all wearing headbands.
Yeah,
so
if you want to get a headband on.
if you can make that happen.
If I didn't take yours.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're Konoha household.
So
except
once,
for this motherfucker.
once Dan gets a headband,
But I owe the leaf.
You
the
do.
great
You do.
debt.
You're
Yeah.
in a great debt. We quelled.
I
the,
take back not my Kazekage. You are definitely my Kazekage.
Yeah.
Gaara's just a fucking badass.
Straight up is.
You're just my regular Kage.
Thanks.
You're my shadow.
I'm okay with that.
You're my shadow.
The Kage of my heart.
The shadow of my heart.
The shadow of my heart. I've been meaning to ask this. What does Shippuden actually mean?
Yeah. We can look. We'll look it up.
Okay, we'll look it up later. We
but
do have
if you
Naruto
know,
Tuesdays.
If you know, yeah.
If you know what Shippuden actually means,
let us know.
if you could send that to
We're gonna be having a.
if you could send that to the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So somebody Google that.
Yeah. So Naruto Tuesdays. Might be talking a little about Naruto later.
Yeah, we'll get more into. Let's not
Why?
get too fired up. We need to. Save
I mean, we're wearing headbands. Just
we need to
it's
save
gonna
it
happen,
for the
but,
Naruto Tuesdays segment.
So another shout out, our boys Comfy Talk, Mazin and Jack.
Of course.
They're going to be recording their other episode tonight, right? Their second episode. I think they should be recording tonight. And so last week, Jack's been trying to convince Mazin to watch his first anime, but
I'm excited for that.
Mazin just calls them all them Japanese cartoons. He's not having any of it. He's not having any of it. So Jack, had recommended a couple to Mazin. Mazin made a Twitter poll. He watched the first 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, a classic. So I think we're gonna hear.
Because I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, so if Mazin's review is good enough,
we'll watch it.
maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah. And
We won't review it though, because
No.
we don't want to steal too much of their
No,
thunder. But
that's just
I'll,
what they'll be doing.
maybe Mazin can convince me.
But yeah, because Mazin's always been shit talking anime. He shit talks a lot of things. Mazin has liking anime is not necessarily a controversial opinion, but it might be. But for Mazin, liking it is a controversial opinion for sure. So
Mazin,
he might be changing, which kind of brings us to our theme of the night, which is change.
Because it'd be good for Mazin, because Mazin lives in what we call in the mainstream media a liberal bubble.
Oh yeah, of course, a liberal bubble. That motherfucker.
Anyway, no, we love him. We love Comfy Talk.
I love Comfy Talk.
We need to give him more. Because you see, they had to censor one of our portions.
They did. They
but we
censored our
appreciate
portion.
that because it's If anybody watching, look up Comfy Talk. Watch episode 1. Great content. Because we're a little rowdy. We're a little explicit with our content, but they're comfy. It's good to get riled up. It's good to get.
We said the
excited
same thing last week, so let's move on.
I'm trying to give them as much of a spot as I can.
I know. I'm just saying they should watch.
All right,
they're gonna do
Dan, if you could chug a beer, we can
10
move on
viewers.
from shout outs and we can get into the show.
5 viewers, yeah.
Yeah, tune into Comfy Talk directly after this podcast.
Well,
they don't upload it.
They don't
till tomorrow.
upload yet. All right, Dan, let's do it.
Yeah, we should time this.
Yeah, we're going to. Where's your plug your phone?
I think my record's like 24 now.
Yeah, it was. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Isaac was just at 10.
Yeah. I was thinking you guys would have like 15 viewers, and then I'd come back. I'd just like down 3 beers real quick.
How do I unlock James's phone? That's an important question. I think I figured it out though.
Heck.
All right, ready? 3, 2, go. All right. So Dan's chugging this beer. Isaac, what's your favorite color?
I'd have to say red.
Why?
I don't really know why red is my favorite color. It's just kind of the color I have the most of and wear the most often.
The color of the blood that you love to shed, you violent prick.
Possibly. It was also one of my high school's colors, so I just had a lot of red.
Done. Well, yeah, and Isaac, also is actually pretty adverse to blood. He's a vegetarian, so he's compassionate. 26.3 seconds. So yeah, he kind of wants to stop all the bloodshed if he can. But maybe the milk shed he's okay with. 26.3,
26.3, okay.
He's getting better.
We're starting it out. If you want to see Dan do better, get more people to tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You can go study for a little bit.
alright, he's going to study for a bit, so he might not be chugging right away, but he'll be back to chug again later. So, interesting day. On the topic of change. 2 years ago, you wouldn't have seen me with this devil's drink in my hand.
No.
You wouldn't have seen this devil's drink in my hand.
None of the devil's nectar. Certainly not the devil's lettuce.
Definitely not.
Certainly not the devil's lettuce.
Oh. Man, so,
I'll drink to that.
So today, for those of you who don't know, because you're probably all degenerate drunks, is Straight Edge Day. What is Straight Edge, James? You want to give us a little synopsis? Think you can do it justice?
Straight edge, aside from what Max used to
What I used to be.
used to live by.
What I used to live
used
by.
to live and die by.
I didn't die by it, of course.
Is you consume none of the devil's ingredients, okay? None of the devil's lettuce, none of the devil's nectar, none of the devil's dust, none of the devil's syrup.
Yeah. None of the devil's temptations.
And none of the some of the Max was he was still sexually.
Yeah,
Was that part of Straight Edge actually?
You know, so if we talk about
basically you consume nothing that your mom wouldn't be happy with.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
And Max lived by this, and not only not only did he live by it within himself, he actually chastised others for not believing in the same principles. I know this from experience.
Yeah.
Max telling me that and I'd like you to drink to this one, Max. People who drink alcohol are inherently worse. Max told me that while I was very drunk freshman year. And
look at me, I've fallen.
How the mighty have fallen.
You know, but yeah, so that, you know, pretty good synopsis. You know, born out of the hardcore community in probably the 70s or 80s. I think DC was really the big hotspot for straight edge. Yeah, it was about, not consuming alcohol, not consuming drugs, not consuming tobacco, and it wasn't so much of a sexual thing as it was a promiscuity thing. Going to the hardcore show, going to the punk show, and having one thing on your mind, trying to have sex, like, that's not very cool, Like, you're not there for the punk, you're not there for the music.
It sucks.
You're not there for the change, You're there for something else, and it really detracts from your experience when you're horny all the time. I think is really more what it's getting at. But yeah, no, shout out to everybody who's still straight edge today.
Yeah, props actually.
If you
we don't mean to mock you, but
if
we
you
will, but like we don't mean it.
No, if you aren't now, you never were. So I guess I never was. But I respect it. I love it. But is that really true? If you aren't now,
then you
never were. In any aspect of your life. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I was never a virgin.
Gotta come out of somewhere. You know what I mean? We were always in someone's genitals at some point.
Well, no,
around, at least around.
If you hit 40 years old, or if you marry a man, have never been with a woman, and were born of C-section, you reach the level of ultra gay. Because you've never had an experience with a woman's lady parts.
Wow. So if you had a C-section, then...
This is a good segue into this. Today my mom was messaging me.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, James," and she's a nice old British lady.
Caroline.
A nice young British lady.
Caroline.
She's reminding me that future employers.
She's the reason for the word mum.
She was reminding me that future employers would be able to find this podcast. So if any future employers are retroactively watching this podcast right now, shout out to you.
Please let me do my PhD with you.
Yeah, see,
I'm a dedicated student.
I'm a dedicated student. We're driven. We don't have to have this podcast.
No, but we do, and that I think that speaks to our ability. Extracurricular. We're building our human relationships, our fan relationships. We got it all going. We're pretty big. We're pretty big news.
That's how I would put it.
I keep thinking that the gourd is a person.
Distracting. But so what else do you have to say about Straight Edge Day or XXX Day?
It's just weird, thinking back about how much like my life has changed because of it. Because you're right. I was pretty adamant about it, and I think that all speaks to the fact that there's a lack of that community around me anymore. Not that I needed it ever to be straight edge, but I think the environment around me changed, and it just made me think about like why I did it. I didn't do it for a lot of people. You see people out there doing it for the looks, being it for the image. It's like, yeah, I'm straight edge, but they'd go behind the show, smoke a cigarette, no one would know.
How fucking dare they?
Everyone would see them. It's like, wow, what a poser. I wasn't like that. But I just changed my mind about it. And, that's all. I didn't grow up. It's definitely not growing up.
Sure as hell didn't grow up.
I sure as hell didn't grow up. Yeah, I just changed. Did Charlie change? There's this book I read in high school, or excerpt from a book, and there was this dog, right? There's this dog, Isaac, and the owner's dog, or the owner was like, my dog is so sweet. I love my dog. My dog's so fucking nice, right?
Is that what it said?
No.
Fucking good dog.
Not so many words. But the dog and the owner, they go to the cliffs in the Grand Canyon or something like that. I think this is Jack Kerouac, I think, writing this. And, but then one day the dog gets all vicious and defends its owner. And he's like, I've never seen Charlie like that. And the question, right, we came in one day and the teacher was like, one question exam. It's a literature fucking exam.
Teacher's Rick from Rick and Morty.
Just burping.
Belch.
No. She was actually a pretty awful woman. We'll not get into her character because, I mean, there was a lot of things wrong with it. But the question she put on board, it was for a test, right, was, did Charlie change? And everyone was like, yeah, of course Charlie changed. She's like, no, Charlie didn't change. His environment changed, so Charlie acted differently. It's like, okay, but Charlie, we didn't know anything differently about Charlie, so...
Yeah, I don't think exhibiting evil is the same thing as having the potential to exhibit evil.
Yeah.
Because we all could straight up murder someone. But like the second you do, you're a different person because before you weren't. It's not like you suddenly gain the ability to murder somebody and
you just did it.
Now you did.
You just did it.
Yeah, you just did it.
Yeah.
Because that dog didn't gain anything. It's not like now this dog has teeth and he bit him.
No. The dog didn't bite the owner. The dog was like defending the owner and being mean.
Okay, well, yeah.
But he'd never seen the dog be that
be mean or vicious. Yeah, still, it's the thing with teeth though. It always had the ability to be vicious and stuff. So.
Yeah, but I guess that's all I want to say is to kind of bring up the topic of change, bring up the theme for the night. Is a shout out to my straight edge brethren out there.
Oh yeah, our theme is
straight edge brothers and sisters and straight edge family. Our theme I think is change. It's pretty loose. Pocket change. Pocket sand.
Change and development and
growth. Anything general along those lines. If you have any questions about those, let us know.
Yeah, drop them in the chat anytime. I'm checking the chat every few minutes. There's rumors around the internet that if you stay a virgin till 30, you become a wizard.
I mean, we'll never find out. Because we bang all the time.
Golly, I hope not.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, love and compassion.
So, oh, we gained a viewer at that. Let's move on to Master Debaters.
Master Debaters.
I'm a Master
Debater every night.
We're getting into the longer segments now, so for anybody's worried that we're halfway through the segments, the first few are shorter. Actually, before we get into this, I forgot. We have a theme song.
Oh,
that we did not play.
Fuck.
That we did not play right away.
We were gonna, you're gonna start the show with this. So
do we want to pretend like we're starting the show?
Yeah, we're gonna.
It was gonna be this cute little thing where it's like muted and we're playing the song.
We'll just do it. We'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
Cut the mic.
Cut the mic.
Have you ever heard the tales of two most compelling males? The famous Max and James. A strong dynamic duo, they're godly superheroes. The famous Max and James.
Shout out Dane. He wrote that song. So yeah, I guess maybe we should go into the backstory of why we're famous Max and James.
That's true.
I guess no one knows that, really. We haven't talked about that. We haven't divulged that information.
That's our name. That's what we keep telling everybody to type in. That's our persona. Why don't you explain it, Max? Because I only have a brief...
Well, it started in sophomore year of college. Remember, we're seniors now, so this is 2 years ago. Well, okay, no, I guess it started way before that. We always wanted to, create content. James has always been a video game creator. I've just kind of always wanted to do things, generally. I love the Instagram, I love the Instagram. I'm going to do a short plug, @StillPrettyTerrible. Follow me. I got some good content on there. We've always wanted to be content creators. We've always wanted to, promote our brand, and we've always wanted to do it together, because that's what friendship is, a brotherhood. That's what love's all about, is doing things together, And so sophomore year, with our James and our friend Bridget and another friend Katie, they've been watching a lot of YouTube vlogs. James was like, "Yo, we could do this. All we need to do is have some sexual tension between us. The ladies will love it. We need to have some silly content." We're like, "You're right." And we can do all those things. I don't think there's too much tension between us because it's pretty obvious. We like to get intimate every now and then. We 69 hugged in the first episode, and then
We did. Sorry, I'm promoting on my phone right now. Keep
that's
going.
fine. Yeah, and
I realized that we did. One thing that we don't do enough as Famous Max and James is promote our links. So if you guys have the link to this podcast and you
Spread
want
it.
to share it, because me and Max only tweeted it out and we didn't send it to anywhere else.
yeah, I didn't do. You know, we split on Instagram.
The
Facebook.
trick is, anybody watching this, you need to subscribe.
You need to subscribe.
Because
You'll know whenever we stream because it'll alert you.
it'll give you a notification when we go live. So that's a much easier way to do this. Then you don't have to
Wait for our links, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Try and get lost in all the string of text. So yeah, we tried to do this a while ago. We set up a Vine account. Maybe we can try and find those Vines later, put them on the screen, play them.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty cute. We had an Instagram account of us. We're just trying to promote ourselves as these people that people would like want to follow and be like interested in. Like, ooh, like who are they? Like, why are they like such good friends? Why are they so cute? It's like I don't know, man. I don't know. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And but we did a little bit of work on that, and we just kind of stopped. Last year we didn't really do anything with it. But this year, me and James talked. We're like, yeah, let's do a podcast. And I was like, okay. And so that's it. We had our friend Dane make that song for us. Really good. What'd you think about it?
The song is great.
Yeah.
I think he could come up with more if we need. I want to get Dane on the show at one point if he ever.
It's
comes
gonna be
in.
hard. I mean,
Dane's
we could stream over the internet. Of
Dane's an
course.
interest. Oh yeah.
But we actually got to visit him one time. So James hadn't seen him in years.
Yeah.
And on our spring break in
Yeah, I hadn't seen him
sophomore
probably
year-
like 5-6 years at least.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe more, like 7 years, and we just showed up to his house.
Yeah. So spring break. So he in the state we're in now, the state we're in now, the great state of New York. Dane used to live here. James is from here. I'm from Florida, the great South. Fucking awful place. And then, but we drove down to Fort Lauderdale for spring break. That's where I'm from. What's up? Say hi to my family. Say hi to my friends in Gainesville on the way. Shout out Yusuf, Mazen, Jared. That's it. I'm sure there's other people, but whatever. Shout out Allie.
Surprise visit.
Yeah, so on the way back up, we drove to Savannah, Georgia, because that's where Dane was living at the time. We just showed up at his house at like 11 o'clock at night, and we're like, "Yo, we're gonna come hang out." And we just knocked on his door. They're like, his mom answered and was like,
Yeah. It was
James?
cute. It was heartwarming.
"Yeah." So we stayed there for a few hours and drove back. But now he's living over in Oregon, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's crazy. So don't know if we'll get him on the show, but on a live stream that'd be cool.
We're getting a little comfy, Max. We're
Yeah.
getting a little comfy. This is too
comfy?
We're delving too much into the comfy talk.
I know. Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
we can't saturate the market. Let's get into the master debaters
All right.
because we are the master debaters.
True.
What's our first topic, Max? You want to start it out? Because I got a good one for you.
Nah, mine's a little bit too comfy.
We'll just do it. Okay, let's do it.
All right,
Let's do it.
All right. I want to know: do people actually change, or are they what they've always been, with a fresh twist?
Okay, do you have some examples, or do you want me to just hit this overarching?
Overarching. I don't know. Just
Overarching, of course people can.
people change? Because sometimes people are like once a cheater, always a cheater. Not that I'm condoning that at all. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying like that's an example.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should.
Well, I think that's the perfect example of just something that's not true, because
why,
if
James?
you cheat on somebody, the second you have a relationship where you don't cheat on somebody, you are now
Committed.
Yeah. Unless you're saying the fact that you did it once now labels you forever. It's like a little musical, some of you might have heard of it, called Les Mis.
Never heard of it.
Jean Valjean is incarcerated because he steals a loaf of bread. Because
asshole.
his sister was very sick and they didn't have a lot of money, so he stole a loaf of bread to feed her, and he went to jail because of it.
Yeah. Classic.
He had a few years in, but he got like 12 extra because he tried to escape while he was in there.
Of course, yeah.
But eventually, after like 14 or so, I can't remember it all. I can't remember how many years, but a long time, he gets out on parole. And is the officer who lets him out, Javert.
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 I've never heard of Ubu Javert. I've never been to Ubu Javert.
Javert says, you're once a criminal and you're always going to be a criminal. I'm going to keep an eye on you and you're going to get reincarcerated because you're just going to do something. I know you. You're a shitty person and you were a shitty person. You were always going to be a shitty person. Jean Valjean's like, I was debatably a shitty person, but now I'm not going to be a shitty person.
But question.
That's what Les Mis is about. So watch Les
was
Mis.
Jean Valjean? Was that his name? Jean
Yes.
Valjean?
Yeah.
Why has he got two named Jeans?
Because he's that French.
All right, Jean Valjean, right? Jean Valjean.
If we have any anybody who speaks French in the
Don't
chat, please let us know how we're pronouncing that.
Jean Valjean, right? Because the circumstances in which he was stealing, I think, are justifiable. Poor, he needs to feed his family. Very different than stealing for luxury.
True.
Which you know, maybe takes away from that criminal label and makes him more misguided, or a victim of circumstance. You know.
So can people change? I feel like you were straight edge, but now you're not. It's hard to say that you were just never straight edge. It's just like me saying I was never a virgin. I'd love to believe it. But it's just not true, Max. It's just not true.
It's just not true. One day your penis was untainted by the flesh of the sticky pink interior.
But so, the devil's advocate to myself, so I'm doing your job for you.
Cool. I love it.
Are you actually changing who you are, or are you just learning to resist impulses? Do your impulses ever change? Does who you are at a core ever change?
That's a tough question.
Well, what's your opinion on this? I'm just going on.
No,
I'm saying yes, people can change.
I'm thinking, I don't know.
I'm gonna argue no. Argue no. We got to make it exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna think. I'm gonna think people can change under very tough circumstances. But I think while my in my own experience, right, while my belief on straight edge changed, I don't think how I ration myself out of it is any different from how I ration myself into it. So I think my perception changed, but how I rationalize that perception didn't change, which I think is more of a core value to myself. Is the way I think about the world doesn't necessarily change, but the information that I have is what influences my decisions.
Okay.
That makes sense?
So who you are at a core is mostly staying the same?
It's mostly staying the same.
And just because you react differently to different stimulus doesn't mean that you are a different person.
Right. It's my actions outwards might appear that way, but I think it's not so much your actions as why you make your actions is what makes you is what gives you your values and makes you a certain person.
See, I can't think of a circumstance of somebody who can't change. So being a shitty person is a good example.
So yeah,
That's the best type of
I
change.
think we have to break it down into simpler categories of definitely I changed. I'm not straight edge. That's just how it is, right? I can't be. I mean, I guess I could reform myself. There's born again Christians, right? And I could never touch again, and I could talk about all the poor experiences I had with drugs and alcohol. Really not that many. It's always actually been pretty good. But,
it's actually been pretty late.
Yeah. I think we have to break it down into simpler categories. Is it a good or a bad person? Which is, of course, relative to our morals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think that's more of a reflection of why we make our decisions is what determines the kind of persons we are versus the decisions we make. I think reasoning is always more important than the action because it gives context to the action, and everything needs context to be properly judged, I think. Mm-hmm. Let me get another beer.
True. So why is it so hard for people to change their minds? Because I think that's what we should start doing for a little bit for our Master Debater section. Is take something that we know the other person firmly believes.
How many viewers are we at? Can Isaac chug another beer?
Isaac can chug another beer no matter what. We're at 6 viewers.
Oh shit!
Yes, I can chug another beer.
How do we get this out to the people?
A viewer says that Jean Valjean, in reference to Jean Valjean, didn't he steal some stuff from a church right after getting out from prison? Yes, he did.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
How about Isaac on the air for a minute?
Isaac, you wanna get on the air? Yes, he did. But you know what the priest did instead of chastising him for that? He gave him one more chance. One more chance. And he took the money. The priest let him keep all the stuff that he wanted to steal, which was silver, and he became mayor and became a reputable man. And that's what he did with that. So Isaac, we're gonna ask you to chug another beer.
Okay.
Are we gonna go against each other? Let's go against each other.
Another beer.
It's pre-cracked. Do you have any ideas for how we can you check and see if it was full? Why would I cheat? You can watch the live video. You can see that I didn't drink it.
I'll go back to it later.
So for people who just listen, how do you think we can make the chugging portions amusing?
Well, You weren't here when I chugged, I don't think. No, you weren't here when Dan chugged.
Mm-hmm.
When Dan chugged, Max did rapid fire questions with me.
Oh, okay.
So while...
But if we're both chugging, then...
Yeah, right now that's not going to happen. There's really nothing we can do auditorily while chugging beer.
How about we both chug, and whoever finishes first starts counting, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then whoever, when the other person finishes, then they have to drink that many seconds afterwards as well?
I say yes, but there's still
That's still only
the majority, because you and I are both going to finish right around 10.
Yeah. Max, can you? We're trying to come up. If anybody in the chat has any ideas, please let us know. This is a very experimental podcast this Tuesday.
While chugging, we have to hum the national anthem.
Ooh.
So does anybody?
Wait, I have a question. What's your national anthem?
What do you mean yours? Oh, like, okay, the United States national anthem.
Oh, yeah. It's not my national anthem.
Well,
okay,
your national anthem.
We will.
Your anthem?
But you don't get to decide your national anthem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get to decide your anthem.
I mean, you could decide in the sense that you can denounce your American citizenship, but have you done that, Max?
I live in the USA, the underground states of America. You know what I'm saying? My national anthem,
What's that anthem?
the International Players Anthem by UGK and Outkast.
All right. So what me and Isaac are gonna do is we're gonna get really close to the mic, and we're gonna chug a beer while humming the national anthem together.
And I'm gonna eat Dino Snacks. Y'all ever Dino Snacks before? Dino Snacks are a great gift. Y'all ever heard of Aldi?
Wait, that's the
Aldi
say
is
can
a-
you see one, right?
Oh, say
Okay,
can
yeah.
you see?
Wonderful German little supermarket
You get really close though. We
in
wanna.
the States.
We're definitely spiking the mic right now.
You
But that's
like-
okay.
Do you know Trader Joe's is actually
Yeah.
like the sister company of Aldi? It's pretty incredible, actually. But Aldi sells these things called dinos and sharks. Sometimes there's little
Let's just go.
It's saying algae?
dinos and Aldi's.
Aldi. Okay.
Oh, it's Aldi's. It's like Albert.
It doesn't work.
You're finished already?
It doesn't work.
Alright, it worked.
Let me get back on my chair.
So this podcast so far is a shit show.
I know. But if you're liking what you see,
We gotta get this on track.
subscribe.
Dude. We gotta get subscribe.
Baby!
We're getting good.
It's getting good. It's getting good. Tell your friends we're out here. We're just having fun. Drinking.
All right.
I mean, maybe you want to drink with us too.
I
Maybe.
didn't. Okay. So I think what we need to do is for the masturbators topic, we need to argue things that we don't necessarily believe.
All right. No, I got you.
So
Nuclear power, good or bad?
I got one for you. I got one for you, Max.
Oh. Well, now you've thought about my topic.
So I'm gonna. Well, maybe you can. So I'll say a topic
Yeah.
that I've pre-prepared,
Sure.
and you have to argue the opposite whether or not you believe it. Okay.
Fuck,
So there's maybe maybe you actually believe it, maybe you're prepared, but maybe you're not. So here goes this one.
Oh man.
My viewpoint will be Japan is not inferior to the United States. So now, Max, I'd like you to lead off with the opposite argument.
United States is the greatest country in the world. Sure, we're a little bit homophobic. Japan is way homophobic.
Is that true?
Oh yeah, they're way more homophobic than America.
I've seen some hentai that says otherwise.
You've seen some hentai that says otherwise, but the actual treatment of the perception of homosexuals in Japan, not cool, And I'm all about my social liberties, my social freedoms, not so much my economic liberties and stuff. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We can talk. I don't want to talk about too much politics, but first of all, Japan, not gay. America, hella gay, pretty sick. I love that shit. I mean that in the best way possible. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good quote. I'm glad you.
So yeah, Japan's a little bit more homophobic than America. I mean, I know we kind of, can see it in our politics a bit, especially considering our president and vice president were at an anti-gay convention very recently. What else makes America better? We're a lot bigger. We have more.
That's true.
We're just bigger.
Size matters.
Being big is pretty cool. It's kind of like a Mac, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He never cultivating. He just wanted to cultivate mass. It's not. He was never unhappy with his size. He wanted to get bigger. He wanted to be scary. America's like, imagine dropping America on Japan. It wouldn't work. You know, it'd just be. So America's better in that regard. We have a lot of cool things like the Adirondacks. And the Colorado Rockies, the Gulf of Mexico, the Florida Keys, New York City. Yeah, they have like Tokyo and Mount Fuji or Fujiyama, Fujisan, as they might want to refer to it. Shit, this is hard. You know, we don't really have a culture, which is pretty cool. That's actually pretty badass, the lack of American culture. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
It's a melting pot.
I'm all about it. It's the lack of American culture that makes us cool. It's like, because we're all like...
I feel like you're just setting up Japan for the win right now.
No. I'm being serious. You know, the lack of American culture, badass. Why? You can be whatever you want in America. You know, you can be in Japan, Japanese. That's it. It's your option. They don't like foreigners. We're contrary to popular belief, America likes foreigners a lot more than Japan likes. Contrary to popular belief, America likes foreigners probably on average more than any other country.
That's supposed to be our thing, so
yeah.
I would hope
I mean,
so.
even though I know a lot of the rhetoric surrounding America seems to be that we hate everybody else that's not American.
We need to get this podcast into the Japanese market.
Yeah. Ooh.
How do we do that?
Irashai Nihon.
Sugoi.
Konbanwa. Demo konnichiwa.
Ohayo Tajima.
Ohayo gozaimasu. It's probably morning in Japan.
Yeah.
So Ohayo gozaimasu.
You can see our demographics for our live podcast in the analytics, and it is 100% America.
100%.
Interestingly, hold on. Let me bring up some analytics.
Love the analytics. So I'm all about my statistical analysis.
I hope this is still live streaming. Somebody let me know if it isn't. Our gender ratio is 61% female.
Really?
Yes.
That's it. You know, yo, we love our women out there. You know.
Oh God! Did we? Oh, okay. Are we still live streaming? Okay, we're still live streaming. We're still live streaming.
Cool.
I thought I got the live stream.
We fucked it up.
So we're 61% females watching us.
That's interesting. So, do the ladies love us?
Apparently,
that's a good question. Do the ladies love us?
61.
61. You know.
So
is it our charming good looks?
So I'm gonna have to say Japan's superior, Max.
Is it America's charming good looks?
And you're not gonna like it. I'm gonna love it.
I
like the homogeny of it. Okay.
I love that shit.
The thing is, all Japanese people look the same, and I like that. You know, it's easier to like. You know, you're walking down the street. You know, in America, it's all like you don't know what you're gonna get. Okay, you're looking at somebody, you don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
That they all look different. It's confusing. You know? If you're bad with faces, Japan's your place.
No, that's even worse because
they're all the same face.
Because then you're like, who the fuck is anybody?
Because then you're gonna be like, oh, you both look exactly the same. And they're gonna be like, damn straight.
I'm gonna counter that though. They look the same to our uncultured American eyes, but
no. What do you mean? What do you mean?
To the discerning Japanese eye, they're gonna be.
What are you arguing, Max? What are you arguing? You need to argue that America's.
I'm not. No, but this has nothing to do with us being better. This is a flaw in your argument. I didn't say America was I think
that everything you have to say has to be.
I'm just saying that your argument is wrong, and I'm saying that see, in America, it's good that everybody looks different. Why? Because you're like, wow, look at all these distinct faces I can remember. Look at my friend, like my friend Jacques.
He's not playing by the rules, Isaac. He's not playing by the rules.
Jacques from France. No, I am. Look at my friend James, right from New York State. It's my man Youssef. Yo, shout out Youssef Al-Gawi. Love that boy.
Shout out again. It's 2 shout outs to Youssef.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Your call, comfy talk.
It's all I'm saying All I'm saying, you know, is the diversity in America is what makes America great. It's what makes America great. You know, sure, you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. You're gonna get a bunch of hick towns. Everyone's out there fucking their sister. You know, everybody's hooking up with their cousin. But
I'm offended. This is where I am from.
you're just offended because it might be true.
It is true. I just don't like to associate myself with.
Because you are. You know what? You're a city boy now. Welcome to Syracuse.
My next point. The cartoons are better in America. Okay?
You mean Japan? You're arguing for Japan.
Japan. That's what I meant to say.
Such as?
So you got Naruto, okay?
Yeah, it's alright.
You're comparing Naruto. What does America have going for it? All it has, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Pretty classic, though.
Pretty classic.
Pretty classic.
Pretty classic, up there with Naruto. But Japan's got it, okay? You got the Bebop Cowboy, okay?
Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
You never even seen it. You can't even use that.
I don't know anything about it because
Mazin.
I'm not going to see an anime until Mazin approves it.
Mazin has not approved Naruto.
That's true.
You know what America's got? Scooby-Doo.
Okay, but
Scooby-Doo. Yo, Caillou.
You know what?
Caillou is the best anime.
My main point here. Okay, my main point here. Japan.
Static Shock.
True.
Static Shock.
Black protagonist.
Hell yeah.
Not much of that in Japan.
No.
I'll give you that one.
Hell yeah. Victory.
What Japan has going for it over America, military. And I'm going to tell you why.
The lack of.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Famous quote from Rocky. It's not how hard you can hit.
Is that yours that you make?
Max, are you listening?
No, it's from my hometown.
I can have one, though?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm trying some good culture. Some American culture. Craft breweries.
Okay.
American culture.
Famous Rocky quote, okay? And this is why.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Japan's military.
Bada bing, bada
okay?
boom. Famous Rocky quote. Bada bing,
It's not
bada
about
boom.
how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep getting back up, okay?
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is, how hard has America been hit and gotten back up? Okay? They got hit a few times, you know.
Not that hard, though. Not that hard.
Not to nuclear proportions, Max. Twice. Japan's still swinging, dude. Japan's still swinging.
Granted, a lot of that I think was because of American intervention to help bring them back up.
That's not important. That's not relevant.
What
I'm saying is, it's not about how hard you swing. It's about how hard you can
all
get
I'm saying
hit.
is, there's a famous American song, right? Because we all need somebody to lean on me when Japan's not strong.
I'm just taking Japan. I'm just saying.
I'll need a friend.
Japan can take a hit. Okay.
I'll help you carry on, lean on me, because it won't be long till we all need somebody to lean on.
So I feel that I won this debate.
Nah. I don't think so. Yo, all I'm gonna say, Stars and Stripes forever. Stars and Stripes forever, you know what I'm saying? We're young, 200 years old. Wow.
American Tail is a gift to humanity.
We're down to 4 viewers.
We don't have a very high viewer count tonight, guys, but that's alright.
We didn't advertise as a... Yo, put the link on Facebook. It's your turn to hit the SUNY ESF 2018 page.
My turn to hit the SUNY
ESF 2018
I just got invited to some Facebook page. Let me see if I should throw it up in there.
You should definitely throw it up in there. You know, tell your group chats, tell your friends. What do you want to see us do? You want to see us, you know...
I got invited to Cuse memes for mumps-infected teens.
You did.
With 1.4k members.
Yo, so Syracuse University has
Should I post the link?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. You're wearing a Syracuse shirt. I'm wearing an ESF shirt. Just tell me to go to SU. You know what I mean? Be a turncoat for a little while.
I'm posting the link.
Isaac's girlfriend goes to SU. Shout out Teagues.
Are you in that?
Yeah, I'm in it. Shout out Teagues. You know, keeps us sane. Really grounds us. Keeps us woke. It's really a positive energy to be around. Shout out SU. Shout out Syracuse University. So now you know where we are. If you want to like come find us and kill us, send us anthrax for the most part. I think you can do it if you want. I don't recommend it. You'll probably go to jail, be on an FBI watch list. And and it won't work out in your favor.
I posted it to a closed group with 1.4K members. So we'll see how many clicks we get. So let's move straight on to Naruto Tuesdays.
Naruto Tuesdays.
Was there a debate before? Okay, so let's start it out. What does everybody want to hear? What's always the debate, okay?
I don't know.
Naruto versus Goku.
Naruto versus Goku.
Admittedly, me and Max do not watch much Dragon Ball Z.
You know,
I haven't watched it since like middle school. Middle school I watched a bunch, but
it's been a while. But we both know that Goku would win.
That's the point we're trying to make, is that Goku would win.
Even though we haven't seen that much.
So what would it take for Naruto to beat Goku?
If Naruto would work out with Jesus. If Naruto would bench press with Jesus, I think...
that's about all Jesus does in heaven.
I know. Jesus sits up in heaven on his comfy little throne, bench pressing the weight of the world. All he wants to do is garner mass. He's got to get big. He's got to stay big, you know? And you know what else I realized? Snow. When snow falls... Sorry, this is going off the topic of Goku and Naruto.
This is going way off. Just let Max get this off his chest. He has something he needs to say.
When snow is falling, it's actually the excess cocaine from Jesus' table that he's been snorting. And it's falling off the table and descending down to earth. So snow is just Jesus' holy cocaine. Which is why it melts into water when it touches our human hands. Jesus is a party boy.
Okay, getting back to something serious. Naruto, he's got a lot of chakra. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say he's fully harnessed the Nine Tails chakra. He also has the other tailed beast inside of him. He's full like. He's like.
What would it take? I think it
prime.
would take him being on the level.
Okay. There's like.
He'd have to be on the level of Kaguya.
He fucking beats Kaguya. Oh, him and Sasuke.
But they don't. Really beat her.
Also, if you haven't finished, oh my god.
They more seal her.
Anybody who hasn't finished Naruto. Actually, let's stop with the spoilers, actually.
Alright, fair.
Because I know we have at least two viewers who have not finished Naruto. But let's say Naruto has a lot of chakra. He creates 1 million shadow clones.
1 million?
1 million shadow clones. How does that fare against Goku?
I feel like Goku could punch through all of them in one hit.
The thing is,
the kinetic energy from that punch would be incredible.
Can we get Dan down here? Isaac, can you message Dan and get him down here, please?
He's in the living room, but yeah.
Dan!
Hold on, I can just turn the TV off from here.
Really?
Yeah, he has the fire sticks.
Powerful control.
Dan! Okay, Dan's coming. Dan's seen a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
He's gonna be our expert.
Me and Max are going to try and argue that Naruto would beat Goku.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna challenge this. So you're gonna argue. We're giving you the easy job, Dan. You want to take a seat?
Yeah.
It's easier for you right now.
Me and Max are going to try and argue with you that Naruto would beat Goku.
No, he can't though.
Okay, so give your sales pitch, Dan, and then me and Max will try and counter you.
Okay. Goku, pretty early on in the series, could blow up a planet with the Spirit Bomb. Pretty easily. And now we're approaching we are in Dragon Ball Super. I have not seen most of Dragon Ball Super. But at the end of the Dragon Ball Z and you got the movie where he fights
like a cat person, right?
Yeah, Beerus, the god of destruction.
The cat person.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, fucking instant transmission.
See, that's the issue, is the instant transmission.
I mean, but Naruto has the substitution jutsu.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Also, Goku's just faster.
Because that's like the fourth Hokage's teleportation jutsu without markers.
Yeah, that's true.
Goku's faster. Goku can fucking fly.
Naruto can fly, but okay.
Naruto can't fly. He can fly.
If you're watching and you haven't seen all of Naruto, please be ready for some mild spoilers. But
he can kind of fly.
Naruto pretty much ends up being able to fly. Definitely not as well as Goku. Goku is like some Superman shit. He can go like.
See, that's what I'm saying though. It's conceivable that Kaguya, that Naruto could reach Kaguya's level. I think, because fuck. Let's see. He was basically
Mild spoilers
able to seal the Shinobi God with Sasuke's help, who was, let me tell you, sealed within the moon. So she's surviving while being sealed inside of the moon.
But Goku would just destroy the moon.
But that doesn't mean
I'm having trouble arguing
Yeah,
against.
I can't do this.
So we got the ability to transport himself instantly and destroy
But-
planets in one punch.
solid combination of sexy jutsu.
Can Goku handle the sexy jutsu?
Yes, Goku only has eyes for Chi-Chi.
Sexy jutsu of Chi-Chi.
Oh
Of
yeah.
Chi-Chi.
Because what if you do the transformation then sexy, or is sexy just a form of the transformation?
Well, I think Naruto has multiple forms of the sexy jutsu.
And the bad thing is, so you take even like other characters in the Naruto franchise, like I don't even think Itachi could handle Goku because Genjutsu manipulates chakra, which Goku doesn't have. So Genjutsu.
Well, we
is
don't
not-
know that.
We do.
Well, okay,
literally, that's what Genjutsu is.
Yeah, they have ki.
Ki. But are ki and chakra synonymous within the two? Because remember, we're also comparing apples to oranges. So how similar are ki and chakra within the two universes?
We're comparing apples to really like much weaker oranges.
Well, let's take Itachi versus Goku, assuming that Genjutsu works on ki. How does that fare? Because would Goku, well, but assuming that works, would Goku have learned like a release jutsu that's powerful enough? But no, I don't think anybody's ever done a release. I don't think a release jutsu works on Itachi.
Goku has been in illusions before.
And how is that fared for him?
He
He obviously lives.
Also, if Goku dies, he can just come back.
Yo, that's
pretty handily.
pretty heavy plot armor they got there.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy plot armor.
I need to watch more Dragon Ball Z, but it
Yeah.
sounds like Goku's kind of OP.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
Sounds-
I
sounds-
mean, like
Like he
big.
can just come back to life and he destroys planets and teleports. Like what? How?
but who would be like a good match for Naruto? You think?
Yo.
Because Vegeta's up there too.
Alex
Vegeta's
Jones.
kicking his ass.
Oh yeah, well, Alex Jones
Oh.
versus Naruto. Who would win?
Because I think at this point, like
The globalists! Ah!
I think even
Goku can blow up planets. Now he's a damn god. Who's dumber though? Chi Chakra, same I think thing. Itachi outsmarts Goku.
True.
I
That's what I was saying. I think
I have a
Goku's,
big hard on for
Goku's
Itachi.
a little bit gullible, I think. He's not like a super smart dude. He's just very strong.
Because if you take even battle aside, if you just take like situational, like life, like a game of chess, like the long con, I think Itachi could play Goku for a while. Because Itachi fucks with your entire life. Itachi changes how you see the world.
Yeah, I mean, imagine getting Goku caught in like the Izanami, you know?
There's no getting out of it until you change your way.
Yeah.
So the Izanami is kind of a trump card at that point.
Which Itachi has access to.
Yes, he uses it. So
Yeah.
the Izanami would be like, I mean, he could just get anybody to relinquish their power with the Izanami.
And then while they're caught in it, he could just kill them, right?
Pretty easily, because they're standing there in a trance. And I don't think you can get out of the Izanami without the Izanaki, right? Oh no, the Izanami trumps the Izanaki, right?
Izanagi.
Izanagi.
Something along those lines. Well, the Izanagi allows you to, like, it manipulates your reality, so you can make...
You can undo any event.
Yeah.
It's so OP. But... So those two things... Basically, you would need, like, a Mangekyo Sharingan to compete with Goku.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking, though, right? Because, like, Kakashi, right?
If you have an eternal
he
Mangekyo
can
Sharingan...
transport himself between dimensions at will. Right? If he uses Kamui.
Yeah.
I
But that's just like a
But
But
so
also
that's
just
similar
positional
to the
just the sheer speed of Goku, like Dragon Ball Z characters versus Naruto characters. It's not even comparable.
The speed thing, yeah.
How much faster Dragon Ball Z characters are.
True.
But right, remember, different universes. Naruto might be 500 feet tall relative to Goku. They're in different universes. That might be one fucking big planet.
Okay, well, let's assume they're the same height.
Yeah, no, let's keep like the same universe thing, or else like.
But they're not. They can't be.
They have to meet in the same universe.
Oh yeah, what if the Izanagi just doesn't work in?
Yeah,
the universe?
no, okay,
Like-
yeah, we're getting too hypothetical. I think like you get the good Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. You get the Amaterasu.
Ooh, yeah.
There's nothing you can like. It burns its target. It does. Even if the target is flames, the Amaterasu will burn it.
Yeah.
So how does Goku handle an Amaterasu? If
Goku
Goku
can't just move out of
if
that. That's not
Goku
a
catches
speed
an
thing.
Amaterasu in the arm, you actually can't dodge the Amaterasu.
You can dodge it, but you can't like move out of it. Like, he's on fire. He gets like.
If Goku catches it in
I
the
think-
forearm,
I
he
think-
has to.
I think Goku's dodging that.
Yeah, but if he gets hit with it, he has to sever the arm. Otherwise, it burns
Yeah.
the whole body.
Yeah.
I don't think Itachi's taking a punch from Goku.
You don't.
No.
Like, what do you mean? Like he.
But
like,
Itachi's not one to like even take a hit. How many hits does he take in the series? A few from Sasuke, it debatably intentionally.
Yeah, but he hasn't dealt with someone like as
Yeah, he
fast
dealt
as
with-
Goku. Like it's not like where you're dealing with like people who have become like the strongest beings in the world versus people who are like the strongest beings in the universe in Dragon Ball Z, right? Like you're getting like world destroyers, not just people who kill their people.
Okay, so let's go Kaguya versus Goku. Actually, how far are you in Naruto?
not there. Well, how about we go something even like
I was gonna say Kaguya versus Goku is.
I was gonna say like
Because she has
Like-
the
like-
speed.
Let's
'cause
go-
She can just
like,
teleport.
Okay,
like-
hold on. Let's
like Yamcha versus Naruto.
I was gonna go Hank Hill versus Homer Simpson. Hank, that would be a good. Okay, Hank Hill versus Homer
Top 10
Simpson.
anime battles. Hank Hill, Homer Simpson,
And they're-
Dale versus Homer Simpson.
Dale
versus Gara.
Dale versus no. Okay, Hank Hill versus Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
They're both fighting for their families.
I think
Homer Simpson.
Hank Hill.
Homer, no. Simpsons are from a universe where you don't die.
Well, we're not going. We're not going Halloween.
No,
we're
what
not
about,
going
fucking,
Halloween specials. We're going like
No,
canon.
Okay,
Simpsons.
I mean, I just don't mean you don't die, but like, injury is much.
Homer
less-
Simpson has a condition called Homer Simpsonitis, where his skull is like 6 times thicker than the average human skull.
Maud died.
Maud died, yeah.
She had
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, you can watch any episode of Simpsons. Homer falls off a roof or he gets hit by
But it's
a car
because
or
of his
whatever,
Homer
and he's fine.
Simpsonitis.
But what I'm saying, Hank Hill is like King of the Hill. Everything that happens is basically as real life. Like the physics of that show and the consequences in that show are very much more similar to real life than in The Simpsons.
But we'd have to equalize the physics if we're going between cross universes.
I'm not even thinking they're that cross universe. I think Homer Simpson's supposed to be based in real life.
Hank Hill was an animal of an athlete.
He has no
Also-
ass.
That's true.
Homer Simpson has a voluptuous ass. He's a thick boy with a capital I.
All right, we're gonna go back to studying.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Thanks,
our
man.
Dragon Ball Z expert.
What's Homer's dog's name?
Santa's little
Santa's
helper.
little helper.
Okay, Sand Little's helper versus Ladybird.
Santa's little helper.
Santa's
Ladybir's
little helper.
old and dying.
True, you're right,
Santa's
you're
little
right,
helper was
you're right, you're right,
was
you're
like
A
a
race
whippet
dog.
that was a race dog that lost
You're
the
right,
race,
yeah.
so they were gonna get rid of it, so they took
It
it.
was the first episode. Christmas special.
That was the first episode. Of
It was the first episode.
Really?
If you buy, I guess you don't know if it's the first episode. In the box set of season 1, it is the first
Yeah,
episode.
just The Simpsons started before season 1 because it was like 5-minute specials in between. It went for a few years before
Yeah.
they got season 1. So that's
Yeah.
what I was counting. That they had some weird animation before season 1. Like all their faces were like even more fucked up.
Everything moves a lot too.
But you know what? They changed.
They changed. They got better.
They developed.
They developed.
Change is usually for the better.
So
I'm
were
going,
they?
I'm going Homer Simpson over Hank Hill. Do we all agree on that? I feel like Dan was
Yes.
going Hank Hill.
I mean, Hank. He's not an aggressive person.
Because
Homer's a very aggressive person.
Yeah.
there's an
true.
episode of Family Guy where Homer and Peter Griffin have a fight.
True.
And Homer goes pretty
That's
hard.
in the Simpsons universe, right?
No, it's in the Family Guy universe. But they go to the Simpsons house. They're assuming the Family Guy universe and the Simpsons episode universe is the same.
But they're in Springfield, right? Am I thinking of this correctly? Because the Griffin's car breaks down and they live with the Simpsons.
Perhaps, but that still makes it the same universe.
Well, it's in Springfield, I guess is what I meant.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that's in my head. I'm imagining they fall off of the Springfield Gorge.
Physics.
So, okay, back to Springfield physics. Homer falls down the Springfield Gorge, which is essentially the Grand Canyon, and like hits his head and falls and tumbles into the rock. Hits the ground and is fine. Gets medevaced back up to the top and then falls down again. I'm pretty sure Hank Hill would have died. Like all the propane in the world would not have saved him.
I don't think it would have anything for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think propane does a lot for him. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I look like I know what a GIF is?
So we're gonna move on to some reviews.
We have a vote for Hank Hill.
We vote for Hank Hill.
Explain.
People want to see Isaac.
People want to see Isaac. All right, come on in.
Quick. Okay, I'm gonna pee real quick. I want you guys to handle this. Somebody says what kind of. Okay.
What kind of what? What did they say?
They said what kind of meme is this?
A good fucking meme.
A
A meme that reoccurs every Tuesday and Saturday. A reoccurring meme, Tuesday and Saturday.
Okay.
Which is the definition of a meme. It's something that's perpetuated by culture, so keep the culture up.
I'd like to use this moment to support a hometown brewery of mine called 4 Mile Brewing Company.
Shout out 4 Mile Brewing.
They just recently started canning and bottling their products. They borrowed a canning machine from some brewery in Buffalo, and they're just a really great place, and they have one of the most extensive vegetarian vegan menus in our area, which is dope AF because I'm vegetarian.
Whoa! Those hops!
Right? It's good.
That's floral as fuck. Oh my god. That's fresh too. You know they're using some fresh hops in that. That's nice. That's a nice smell. It's nice, nice piney, resiny, good, smells like I just walked into a pine forest of beer.
That's a good way to put it. I think that might be written on the can.
Fuck the can. I hope not. Wow. That's really good. This is actually maybe the best IPA I've ever had. I'm gonna say it for one sip. That's really good.
You, James, and I should go hiking back home. Well, my back home.
Jamestown, right?
Bolivar.
Where?
Near Olean. Yeah, it's near Jamestown.
Near Jamestown.
Yeah.
Apparently Jamestown is this, it's near, what's that lake?
Cuba and Rushford.
Nah, the lake. The big fucking lake. There's a camp there. Camp Onyasa. Lake, it's a big lake.
Okay,
There's a big lake.
shout out to the Cuse memes for mump infested teens. Okay, so this is a closed group, and a closed group with 1.4k members. That takes a lot.
That's
a lot.
You know why though? Shout out, represented our orange friends. Yo, what's up, orange friends? We're gonna be ketting on all of y'all. We're ketting on them. We're ketting on them, and we're quenting on them. Yo, shout out Quentin Wheeler.
We're quenting on them, and we're ketting on them. Okay.
Yo, shout out ESF. Shout out SU. Fuck Lemoyne.
Fuck Lemoyne.
Fuck Lemoyne. Honestly, Dolphins. What a fucking stupid ass.
A little bit of love for OCC, but like,
yo, what a stupid fucking what are they? Dolphins?
They're the fucking Dolphins.
All right, like. Acorns, enough acorns could crush a dolphin. But I don't think dolphins would eat acorns. You know
no. And oranges? Who doesn't love oranges?
Yo, Florida oranges, we out here.
So, I don't know if you guys want to move on or not, but...
we're still giving it a
we were on the topic of top 10 anime fights, I think.
Yeah.
As much as we love Syracuse and just thank you with all of our hearts for letting us not pay your tuition but still use your resources, Oki v. Otto.
Oki v. Otto. Okay.
Oki v. Otto
okay.
for the... Okay,
so,
yeah.
Okay. Oki...
And for those of you SU students, Oki is the ESF mascot.
Yeah. We're a large acorn. So if there's an acorn the size of an orange...
Yeah, what's the size scale? Okay,
right,
they're the same size.
They're
let's
equivalent sizes.
establish that they're the same size.
So, Well, Otto has.
Are we
a lot
saying
more,
they're the size of the mascots?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
If Otto has a lot more experience, he has that fucking spin shit, you know, he does, where he gets up, Otto spins the orange around him. It's kind of like when Link charges up his sword and does the whirlwind spin, you know. But acorns are a lot harder. They got all that
very hard. They're much
very,
more armored than an orange.
Much more armored.
Much
than an
more.
orange.
We definitely have the defense points over the orange.
Also, the bottom of an acorn is pretty sharp. Don't know if you ever picked it up.
True.
There's-
Well, it depends on the acorn.
Depends on the acorn, but they can be very sharp.
Can be very sharp.
Flavor-wise, Otto wins.
Flavor-wise, Otto wins.
Flavor-wise, Otto wins.
If you have to, yeah.
But does that mean he wins though? Because we're eating him.
I mean, we're just weighing all the categories right now.
Also, Otto's just he's the orange friend, but yes, our oak trees, our acorns, we're mighty. We're mighty.
We're the mighty oaks, and our motto is "Fear the forest."
Fear the forest, right? From a tiny acorn, mighty oaks grow. Mighty oaks grow.
So in a fight though,
is
it a 1v1 fight? Because if it's not, they have the numbers.
If it's school versus school.
Also,
we're
though,
fucked.
well, okay, you know, this is hard to say because we don't really know what a orange-sized acorn would weigh like, but oranges are heavy. Getting hit in the face with an orange, that'd be like getting hit in the face with a baseball, so it might explode. You might get some acid or sugar in your eye.
We have a whole bunch of votes for Okie.
All right, so
The chat is very Okie heavy, you know. We would like to see
the chat is
someone-
pro-Okie. It's pro-Okie.
pro Okie.
It's not proto.
But I think we could organize this. Would you guys like to see that on the podcast if we could get both the mascots here to fight? I think that would be
that might be or some form.
Unlikely.
Or how about let's not do that. Would
Let's not do that, but we should try.
Well,
What if we get both the mascots to make sweet love?
so I was at a SU event the other day.
Mm-hmm.
During alumni weekend or parents weekend or whatever it was last 2 weekends ago. Apparently what was going on was they got new auto suits.
Oh,
okay.
I think.
So what are they doing?
Armored
with the,
auto suits.
What are they doing? They're armored. What are they doing with the old auto suits?
Well, what I heard, because it was like the dean was there, the chancellor, whoever the fuck he is. He was saying something about.
You mean Otto's not real? Otto's a suit.
Shut up with that.
You don't talk that bullshit around me.
But-
Not my orange.
Apparently, they're just tossing the old ones in a dumpster. So if we could get our hands
What
on
what
those,
dumpsters?
The
specifically? What?
The hole.
I would imagine.
God, I hope so.
Yo,
I would imagine outside the dome.
You'd imagine right outside the dome, they're dumping.
They're
I mean, that's where Otto lives.
take that so quick. They're gonna bury him under the 44-yard
They should
line.
bury him
Under the 44-yard line with Ernie Davis. With Ernie Davis. Ernie Davis is buried under the 44-yard line in the dome. True facts.
True fact.
Isn't
I dug
that
him up.
Isn't that like an actual
Nope.
like conspiracy about someone else
Yeah, Ernie Davis.
buried? No, it's someone like the old. Was it
Can
Ernie
can our
Davis?
SU viewers in the chat confirm whether or not Ernie Davis is buried before the 44-yard line?
No, I'm just remembering vaguely. MythBusters did a thing on it about some
About
pro football player being, or some former football player being buried under such and such a yard line in such and such a stadium. I don't remember who it was, but now that I'm
I think
thinking
that
about it,
all football players, by playing football, should be buried underneath your respective uniform numbers yard line at your respective stadium.
That'd be sick.
That should be part of signing up for football. You'd have a lot more dedicated athletes in the sport.
When I die, bury me. Just don't even bury me. Put my coffin in Yon Lab.
just in the way. Like, people have to walk around
I'm
it.
gonna pee. Keep this conversation up. I want to come back to hearing about Oki or Otto.
But no, I think that there's no competition, you know. We're like siblings. They should make sweet love.
What we should be doing is tying
As
ourselves
siblings
to the
do.
dolphins and weighing them down and drowning the Lemoyne Dolphins.
I didn't even know Lemoyne was Dolphins.
They're the Dolphins. What's their logo? Their slogan is let me look this up. Lemoyne. It's something like it has to do with dolphins. Oh well, it's some. Oh wow. This is not what I was looking for. Can somebody find out? Lemoyne has some sort of like slogan that they go by that has something to do with dolphins. So if somebody could send that to the chat, that'd be great. We're also at 9 viewers, so one more viewer, and we'll have Dan come back in here and chug a beer. So please make that happen. All it takes is sending it to one group chat. Me and Max are really bad at advertising this, we've discovered. So, if anybody's into social media, let us know, because maybe we'll get you on the team. But, subscribe, because then we can get you notifications about this. But, yeah, we'd like to thank all of our SU viewers. I think we have a few. I'd like to thank the meme chat again one more time. Give them a good shout out.
I'd like to say
Anonymous Anteater says that we have 10 viewers. I see 8, so if we can get somebody else to confirm that we have 10, I'll believe you, but I don't believe
there might be some viewers that aren't being counted, you know, if anybody's watching with their friends or family.
Yeah.
Hopefully not their family. But you know, this podcast hasn't been too vulgar.
Yeah, true. So I have a little bit more, because I know this is going to bring it back maybe, but the Naruto Tuesdays, I have one more thing to say about Naruto.
Alright.
It's too much of a spoiler though. If you have not seen Naruto and Itachi fight,
And you plan on seeing them fight.
and you plan on seeing them fight, please tune back in about 5 minutes. This is your final warning. We'll give him a few seconds. Alright.
What do you want to say?
Did Itachi let Sasuke win?
Ooh.
I was wondering that when we were watching it today.
It's debatable. It's debatable in the manga, and it's
Well, I
debatable in
think-
the anime.
I think he lets him... Itachi lets Sasuke use that lightning... He controls the lightning.
Yeah, what
he
was that
stained
called?
the lightning, whatever
Yeah.
it is. He lets him do that because he knows he has that defense. Like, ready to
What's
go.
the name of the shield that his Susanoo has? It's a special shield.
I
Because-
know, yeah. I don't know the name of it, but yeah.
Itachi has that shield. He has the fucking sword that can seal anything.
Yeah.
It seals fucking Orochimaru like that. I mean, I get that it's not completely Orochimaru, but like
So...
it
Well,
can
like,
seal anything.
because
He has a sealed shield that can defend anything. Itachi's basically invulnerable.
As soon as he gets hit, he's like, oh, like if I didn't have my defenses up, that would have killed me. And I just wanted to
Yeah.
see what you could do, and now I can see you have nothing left.
Yeah.
then
Basically,
starts
he
trying to kill
wanted.
him.
Basically, the way I see it is, Itachi wanted to draw Orochimaru's essence out of Sasuke to seal it.
I could see that. And then
Because, you know, he never wanted to hurt
Well,
Sasuke.
then once
That's the whole thing. He
Orochimaru's-
always wanted to protect Sasuke. That was his big thing. And he resents
he
having to kill his
Could
family.
have murdered Sasuke at any point.
Resents having to have killed the whole family. But he always loved Sasuke.
But he kept Sasuke because he wanted Sasuke to unlock his
Mangekyo.
and then
But
take
not-
his eyes.
But he wanted Sasuke to do that for good reasons, not for defeating Konoha, which is pretty much what Sasuke ended up wanting to do anyways. He's like, yeah, fuck this. I'm still gonna do that for what they did to my brother. But his brother was a willing participant. You know, I'm pretty sure, right? He was willing. Itachi was like complicit in what happened. He was like, you know, I have to do this for the good of the village.
Yeah. Itachi was of the belief that
Sacrifices have to be made in the shadows.
the sacrifice have to be made to the shadows, and those are the true hero. The unsung hero is the truest hero.
Mm-hmm.
And Itachi was so unsung that people hated him.
Yeah.
They
actually they desung him.
They desung him. They sung poorly of him. So, and he saw that as the noblest kind of hero, though, because that's the way you can accomplish the most. And Itachi believed that, and then Sasuke further believed that. But, I think that Itachi was basically invulnerable. Now, I get that it goes to a point when you unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan that it eventually progresses towards darkness. So he has a time limit of like, okay, I either take somebody else's Mangekyo or I die or go blind.
Yeah.
But
At least in one eye. For Sasuke's case.
both eyes.
Sasuke's case.
He was going blind. It was hazy during the fight. You could see they cut the.
No, but I'm saying like currently though, he's got them special eyes.
Yes. So doing the segments out of order, I feel like we already talked about change. You know, can people change? I said yes.
I said it's I don't think people change too much. Maybe what they do changes, but I feel like the way that they reason and logic out of it is it's more important.
It's more the situation around them.
It's more the situation, the context, and how they deal with those changes is more important.
Yeah. Okay.
And how they make the decisions.
I feel that. And change in terms of the podcast, we're trying to get better, okay? Saturday's a really good podcast.
Today's
Today's
not comparable to Saturday. Just not.
Today's not comparable to Saturday, but we're learning. We're learning, and we want feedback. So please message in the chat some stuff.
Tell us how bad we are.
Comment on the old ones. Watch the old ones.
Watch the old.
We've been archiving all the old
They're up.
ones. They're up. The first one we uploaded, which was very experimental. If you want to hear some raw me and Max, you can actually hear in the beginning of the video me and Max being like, "Is this how we record it?" You can hear me. You can hear me learning how to stream to Twitch. It's pretty underground. When me and Max are truly famous, when we are truly famous, that'll be some gold shit, and we'll probably privatize it once we get good. So save these videos while you can, because they're not going to be there forever.
True.
So let's move on to our Poppy review.
Our Poppy. Who is familiar with Poppy? Anybody familiar with Poppy? I really don't know what to say about her. She's an enigma. She's an artist. She's a phenomenon. Poppy is like what I want to be. I think eventually our goal, you know, we're gonna know we've made it big when we've got Poppy on our show. So we're gonna review some Poppy. That Poppy, some may know her as.
Not to you.
And
Nah.
That comment says the guy in the back looks like he wants to leave. Isaac, do you want to acknowledge that?
I don't. As to say, I don't want to leave. Now I don't want to acknowledge it.
that's what his face looks like.
That's what it always looks like. My girlfriend tells me that all the time.
Just like, yo, you look like
You look like you want to leave.
Why do you look like you hate me? I don't. Tegan, if
Back-
you're watching, I love you.
So do we want to play any Poppy?
All right, yeah. You know, so we're gonna play some Poppy. So I'm gonna review. So Poppy, okay. Aside from being a musical artist, is also a YouTube personality. However, I think musical artist is what predominantly fits her. Is what she wants to be. She's always loved music since she was young. Apparently, you know, there's not too much known about her. She's kind of a secret. She's kind of an enigma. She had an album come out recently on October 6th, 2017, called Poppy.Computer. And there's some highlights on the album for sure. And I think my biggest highlight is Software Upgrade. It's got some ominous tones, you know. There's a lot of references, you know, it's Poppy Computer.
Would you like to have a little sample of that?
To internet, yeah.
So go. What do you got to say?
So, you know, I think this song is a really good highlight of the album. And it's interesting, you know, if you listen to the whole album, this is a good, it comes full circle, because there's another song, if you'd like to play it, called Computer Boy, where she talks about falling in love with the man of the future. She's in love with her laptop computer.
Okay, we're going to play a little sample of that.
I'm in love with my favorite toy. Can't go a day without Computer Boy. I smile at him while I turn him on. I'm so happy until computer's gone. I don't care, and I won't change myself. I don't want anybody else. I fell in love with the man of the future. I've got a thing for
So we're back.
And, you know, so it's nice, because that song goes full circle. The album goes full circle eventually. You know, there's a lot of focus on computer culture and how we're in love with our computer. But in Software Upgrade, Poppy says, I think you need a software upgrade because you're running 10 minutes too late. And it's interesting how she rejects the computer after it's taken over her life as a love. Which I think, you know, is kind of happening, you know, not to us, but, you know, it's a really big theme around millennial culture, is computer culture. And computer culture is a big role in our life that we, you know, it's a big role. And I mean, some of our viewers, you know, from Cuse Memes for Mumps Infected Teens, that's computer culture. Memes of 2017, that's computer culture. That's internet culture. But you know, it's a good album. It's got some really hot jams. Like I said, software upgrade, probably one of the best jams. Also, Moshi Moshi. Hajime konnichiwa. Oh shit.
Quick interjection.
Yo, great.
We're getting a lot of feedback from the chat that they A, they want Nick.
They want Nick.
And B, apparently we hit 10 viewers and we didn't chug.
We didn't chug.
So we're at 8 right now. So I say we kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and
Nick won't chug. If that's where you
Nick
were going.
won't chug.
I want Nick to chug.
I want Nick to chug.
Nick! Nick!
I'll be upstairs.
Yo, straight up. This is on the record.
Nick or Dan!
Fuck Nick.
For what reason, dude?
I don't know. I just feel like saying it.
Okay.
I just think it needs to be said every now and then.
Nick or Dan! We need someone to chug! We hit 10 viewers! Come on. Okay, we got Dan. Dan.
For any new viewers, 1, please subscribe. But 2, every time we reach a new increment of 5 viewers, our friend Dan Decker over here is gonna chug a beer.
Right.
So it's time for Dan to put down beer number 3 for him, right? You know, his third chug.
I just put down 2. I just put down 2 burritos.
2 burritos.
You gotta
So
do it for the live stream.
He's got a thick stomach going on.
And if you like what you're seeing, okay, we're definitely at 10 now. We're solidly at 10. I see we're at 10.
Oh, that's just going too?
And so, if you like what you're seeing, send it to one group chat, okay?
How about me and Dan race?
Max and Dan are gonna race. Okay.
Dan, I'm not that good either. I might be a little bit better than you, but I'm not that good.
Do you want a beer?
I'm pretty bad, yeah. We're gonna chug. Me and Dan are gonna race.
If you like what you're seeing, please get us to 15 viewers, and this will happen all over again, okay?
Yeah.
If you want more Dan, you gotta give us more viewers, okay? Gather your chakra, both of you. Weave some hand signs.
Fuck that shit.
Who can weave some better hand signs? Okay.
Alright.
Beer chugging, no jutsu. I'll time you guys.
Alright.
3! You guys want to go pre-cracked?
Yeah.
Go pre-cracked.
I'll crack it. I'll crack it. I'll give Dan the handicap.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! This is what the people want to see. For those of us listening, I want to describe it. Max looks like he's fucking sucking it down. He's using his whole body.
I'm full.
A lot spilled on Max's chest.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually chug this one.
Dan drank a little bit and then stopped and said I'm full. Max, it's done at 20 seconds.
I put down 2 burritos right before this. I thought I was done with this for.
See, Dan thought you were done, but the viewers came through. They got some more viewers. So for those of us listening, Max is beer all over his chest. He looks pretty satisfied with himself. Dan is taking a seat on the couch.
I'm gonna enjoy this natty light.
And he's gonna enjoy slowly sipping on this natty light. So I'm gonna stop timing.
Yeah, so back to the Poppy review. You know, great album. I really recommend you checking it out. But also, have you ever checked out her YouTube videos, James?
I have, but
what do you have to say? You have
not enough. I think we should check out some videos live for
Can we get a screen share going on?
I think we can get a screen share going on. I think that's something we can do.
Let's pick a good one. Let's give the fans what they want. You know, they want something.
This is unscripted, so
we don't really know which one we're gonna pick, but there's a lot to choose from. Let's say her creative wealth has not run out.
Try.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to we're just gonna type in Poppy. And we're gonna go to her channel,
also known as That Poppy. Her album can be found on Spotify. See, our goal is to eventually get Poppy onto our own live stream.
True.
Then we'll know that we've made it.
That's when we've made it.
No one else. If we got Donald, if we got Johnny Depp,
not good enough.
It's not good enough.
So
we got
So I haven't seen this. Max, have you seen Hands?
No, I haven't seen a lot of her newer videos.
42 seconds. If you don't know what to expect with Poppy,
it's a wild ride.
Strap in. We're gonna mute our mic and we're gonna let you watch this video, and then we're gonna come back in and commentate. All right, so that's a pretty good example of a Poppy video.
I got a lot of good things from that. One, there's the self-realization theme. There's the theme of self-realization in the video. She's looking at her own hands, and she's in awe. Why? It has to do with this sense of identity she has, right? She's so unaware of herself, but she looks at her hands and she's like, wow, this is me. This is me. And I think there's a greater thought process there, right? Hands are this metaphor for creation. They're a metaphor for creation. Okay. She's an artist. She's a creator.
She's an artist. There's no denying that.
She's a content creator, a culture creator. She is that Poppy. And by looking at her hands, the strawberries are the fruits of her labor.
Wow.
The strawberries are the fruits of her labor.
Oh my god. When she looks at the self-realization of herself,
yeah,
she realizes the fruits of her labor.
Exactly. She realizes
something that we could only hope to do.
Her hands bear fruit. Her hands bear fruit in the form of YouTube videos, in the form of music, in the form of art. That is intense fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh.
Keep going.
That's my analysis of that. It's a 42-second video. What do you want from me?
Okay, so are we gonna bring out another Poppy video?
Let's do it.
Let's get some weird shit. Okay, let's get some.
I want like some random stranger to like recognize us on campus tomorrow. Like I'm ready to go to my physics recitation. I'm ready to go to my physics recitation and have someone be like, yo, like, weren't you on a podcast last night? And I'll be like, yeah, why? And they'll be like, you're wearing a Naruto headband. I'll be like, yeah, you got a fucking problem with it?
Yeah, you got a fucking problem with it?
Are we still, is this on the screen yet?
Yeah, no, they're seeing what we're seeing.
Alright.
So we got hands.
Are they hearing us?
Yes.
They're hearing us.
What do you have to say about
Nose?
We're gonna mute the mic again. We're gonna watch Nose, and then we're gonna come back.
Poppy is afraid.
And we're gonna Poppy is afraid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into that.
And then we'll let you know what we think.
Poppy is too afraid to do it, so I will. I am not copying Poppy. Poppy would never do this. Poppy is too afraid to do this. Let's see Poppy try this. I am not afraid to show myself to the world. This is who I really am. Let's see Poppy try this. I am not copying Poppy. Poppy is too afraid to do this. Let's see Poppy try this.
All right, so
what do you
feel about that, Max? What do you?
You know, I saw. I think that persona's name is Charlotte, but I
haven't seen enough Poppy to know.
You know, so Poppy has a persona or a guest, I should say, that frequents her show named Charlotte, which is a computer. I'm pretty sure that's Charlotte, and I think what that's doing is it's kind of projecting Poppy's own insecurities. Because Poppy used Charlotte in that video as a surrogate for herself, and she's saying, look, there's things that I won't do, there's boundaries I won't cross to show myself, because Poppy won't do this. Poppy won't show herself. Poppy won't bear it all, because Poppy needs to maintain the identity of Poppy, and by stripping away, it kind of strips away the aesthetic. Mm-hmm. It strips away the art, right?
Yeah.
And
basically we just love Poppy and want Poppy to be on the show.
Yeah, so if you can do that for us.
I relate very close to Poppy. Poppy's my spirit animal.
It's a really good, I'm just saying, solid album. Really thought-provoking artist. Ooh. Ah. Oh.
Yeah, Max, can you give your best Poppy?
My best Poppy impression? Do you like toys? I like toys. Let's play with some toys.
Okay, so we're gonna do one more Poppy video, and then
we'll move on.
And then we'll move on from this. But you guys deserve one more.
It's a good treat.
You're thinking about thinking, aren't you? You haven't thought in a while, have you? I know exactly what you're thinking. Am I making you think? How do you think I know? I can see that you're really thinking. I gotta say, I tapped into it. And it really feels good. I like you. Do you want to know what it's like to be me? Do you really want to know? Okay, I guess you do. I appreciate you thinking this way. What's the next thing that's gonna happen in my life? We may never know. We may know in 3 seconds. And now we know. Now it's in the past. Do you remember that? I miss that. I miss the past. Can we go back? Really? Can we go back? Can you help me go back? We're gonna go back, aren't we? We're going back. I'm with you. That feels nice. I like thinking about the past. Sometimes it's weird to make YouTube videos, but I love YouTube. Now you'll subscribe to me.
What the Holy shit. What the fuck? I haven't seen that one.
I miss the past. I wanna go back. I wanna go back.
I want Poppy on the podcast so bad.
I wanna go back. Why is the future so difficult?
That fucked me up, dude.
Can we go
The
back?
favorite part is now you're gonna subscribe.
Now you're gonna subscribe.
If I wasn't already subscribed to Poppy, I would subscribe at that moment. Not gonna lie. If that's not the content people crave, I
Tell
don't
the people
know.
what I'm doing.
Max just opened my bedroom window. He's unzipping his pants. And he's gonna pee on my bedroom window. We had a few comments on the last podcast that said that people could actually hear Max peeing out my window.
It was actually, I think, you. Was it me? It was somebody.
One thing Poppy did for us was we lost about half our viewers.
Really?
Yeah, really. I don't know what the people want.
People don't want Poppy.
We want Poppy though, so
We want Poppy.
it's gonna remain a segment in just about every podcast. So Max, you're back. Let's not shake the camera that much, dude. I have to pee. Could you take over and tell them to send in the chat one thing that they want from the podcast, because this is all about change. We're trying to develop. We do a lot of what we want, but we also want to do what you guys want. You know, it's a 50-50. It's a give-take relationship. So please let let us know.
Please let us know. Please let us know. So, pod friends. You know, orange friends, green friends, pod friends. What we want to know is what you want to know. And what you want to know is what we're going to give you. So, we want you to ask questions. If that's what you want. You know, Isaac, what do the people want? You know, it's an important question. And I think it's, we haven't done enough of the market surveying. So what does our market want? Well, we want to provide, you know, it's interesting, right? You know, between Tuesday and Saturday, there's a lot of time to prepare. Between Saturday and Tuesday, it's difficult, you know? Sunday, we take a day to rest. It's the rest day. Monday and Tuesday, we're back on the grind. We're students. We're full-time. You know what I mean? I'm doing research and taking classes. James is taking classes. He's in cross-country. He's running. He's working his heart out. He's working his heart out, baby. Please, can't you see? It's killing him. It's killing him. You know, Isaac, what do you think?
I think our viewers should leave a comment and tell us what it is you crave. What is it that when you click this link that brought you to our video tonight, what is it that you're hoping to see when you click that link?
Got our new sponsor, Cheese Puffs.
Clancy's.
So,
Max, you don't get to maintain the computer. You don't know what you're doing.
Cheesy. Mmm.
Alright, let's move on. Future of the podcast. Actually, we're already on that.
Around the end?
Yeah. This is our last segment. Why are we having so much less user interaction with YouTube than we did Twitch?
Yeah. So Twitch.
You log into YouTube with you can log into YouTube with any Gmail account. I understand you have to log in, but like any Gmail account works. And you can use any email as a Gmail account.
Haha.
So really no excuse.
Any email?
Yeah. I use my SYR as a Gmail account.
Really?
Really.
How do you link it?
When you're signing up, you can just choose it. But let's go future of the podcast, Max. What do you imagine best case scenario our podcast would be?
You know, a couple hundred viewers.
A couple hundred at the best case scenario?
Yeah.
I want us hitting thousands, Max. What would it take for us to get thousands of live viewers? Obviously not this. So what do we need to change?
So really, the only realm of live streaming that I'm really familiar with is live streaming a video game, such as Overwatch, Smash Bros,
True.
World of Warcraft, right? Arenas, you know, some player versus player content, because that attracts a dedicated audience, but it's an audience who wants to see somebody who's better than them teach them things. So we don't offer that sort of...
Or amusement.
Yeah, amusement. Also education, how to get better, right? We don't offer either of those things.
We don't offer amusement or intellect. So what do we offer? That's a good question. Can anybody who's messaging in the chat tell us in 5 words or less what VMAX offer?
Sometimes it's just a sound, a familiar voice, you know?
Just background noise. We can do that. We can just make noise for a few hours.
But,
Okay, Charlotte, you're done.
I think what we need to do, we need to work on advertisement.
True.
That's not where we, shine.
No.
I'm telling you, post in the ESF 2018 page right now.
Right now?
We can keep it going. We can keep it going.
Get your phone.
Even for 45 minutes.
What?
Even for another 45 minutes, we can keep it going for ESF 2018, you know what I mean?
Wait, let me get some stuff off my computer.
Can't have a cheese laptop, you know? We lack in the advertising department, I think, you know? People typically get us through YouTube, through Twitter, through Instagram. That's our main advertisement platforms.
Oh, I posted the link to ESF class 2018, 19, 20.
Really?
Oh.
And what they say?
Nothing.
So our own school doesn't even want to support us.
Yeah.
What does that say?
I think we should focus more on the, what are we offering when they tune in? Because our average viewer rating, average viewer time on our last video was 13 minutes.
It's not good.
That's not good.
Because that means people are tuning in very quickly and leaving very quickly. They're like, wow, what is this?
13 minutes.
Because, you know, imagine someone's there for the whole 2 hours, you know? But a couple people are only there for 5 minutes.
Our actual viewership was, for computers was like 20-something minutes, so in phones was like 10.
Okay.
Charlotte for the win, posting on Poppy's post. Would you ever consider being on Max and James's podcast?
Yo, shout out Charlotte. Thanks for helping us out. That would get us a lot of views.
Alright, here's what I think we need to be a better podcast. Today we had like no plan.
We had no plan. We were weak. We were very weak.
We met 30 minutes before we went live, and we wrote down a bunch of stuff in the notepad. So that's not good. You guys deserve better.
You do. It's hard. It's hard. Because we know we want to take a day or two for ourselves. We have things. We have lives, you know?
I have nothing other than this podcast. This podcast is my life.
I have a viewer question. How does a comment section work? Someone is having difficulties leaving comments.
Yeah, I don't... Angelina Persuti says, Max, I'm your biggest fan.
Like,
Lena,
this viewer doesn't have the option to say something. It just says...
Are they signed in?
Yes. It says create a channel to leave a comment.
I'm gonna respond.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
channel
say,
to leave a comment?
That's what it said.
I'm gonna say, Lena, mad love. Hit me up whenever. I got you. I'm here. I'm here for you. That's all. I'm here for you. I love you. I love you. Sorry you have to see me like this, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, you know? A nice Pepsi to wash down all of my sins.
I don't think I can decide who can...
Can I get another drink?
Talk in the chat, who can. Well, that person who can't message, if they can figure out how to, can they let us know afterwards what that process was like, learning how to be able to message?
Mm-hmm.
Because we like the user interaction.
And, you know, okay, so that's an issue, right? Twitch, we were getting a lot of user interaction. We were getting more viewers on Twitch as well. But is it because viewers aren't retuning in to YouTube, or is it because YouTube is a worse platform for streaming than Twitch is?
Okay, I fucked up my mouse because I got it wet.
But what do you think about that?
I think that people not being able to message is a factor.
Where's Umber Angel, you know? I miss Umber Angel.
Umber Angel came through for us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I knew we got my mouse.
Yeah. But, come on. Let's hear some comments. Because, you know, it's going to be hard to get better if we don't have an idea of what the audience wants. Because we really, ultimately, want to give the audience what they want. You know, there's going to be some, So, okay, so we're getting a lot of messages saying that people can't comment. And why is that? We're not really sure.
So, people who are commenting, if you had to go through a process, please comment that process. If it was just readily available for you and you don't know why, then, you know, good for you.
Also, if there's any viewers, you know, from the OG days, was Twitch better or is YouTube better? Because so far we've done 2 streams on YouTube and 2 streams on Twitch. So which one is your preferred streaming network? Crunch. And do you think we should continue on YouTube or continue on Twitch?
But the thing is, the people who think that we should continue on Twitch because they can't message, can't message us. So please add Max Elster or James Longo on Twitter or Facebook and message us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to DM us.
Don't even follow us. I mean, follow us, but
I've just been notified that the March for Science denied a post for our podcast.
So the March for Science does not think we're scientific enough.
We do not endorse the March for Science.
Straight up fuck science. Honestly, what has science ever done for the world? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm gonna make a post in the 2018 page. I know Isaac did as well. But the more
So we're kind of turning this segment onto you guys.
Oh,
like,
wait, hold on. 1 hour ago. This is 1 hour ago. I want to give a shout out to the powerful women that discovered and utilized CRISPR-Cas9.
Straight up.
That CRISPR-Cas9.
Straight up.
Powerful gene editing technology. You know what I love? Representation of women in science. Why? It's you know, primarily male dominated. You know what it needs? Strong women figures to be those heroes, that inspiration for other women scientists. I'm gonna also shout out Lena Prezzuti for giving me that that recommendation, because she's totally right. She's totally right. I'm just kidding. Laughing about things. Later, I don't want to update my software. You know what I'm saying? Cancel, disagree. I'm not updating shit. Why is Apple always trying to get us to update? I'm gonna post them for the memes, our meme page, literal memes for Acorn Teens or whatever, for Forest Teens.
Are we going for a second win here with the live stream?
Hell yeah, second win.
All right, second win, guys.
2018.
We want to see some user interaction out of this, okay?
So what's important is that we really you know, work together and we build together, right? Because we'll remember the fans. We'll remember the fans. Who was here first?
Straight up.
Cedric. Who was here first? Cedric
Umbra
78.
Angel 11.
Umbra Angel 11. Cedric 78. You know, Charlotte Bernhard.
Anonymous Anteater.
Anonymous Anteater. Wiggy Cat 96.
314.
314. Wiggy Cat 314. Lena Prezzuti, thanks for tuning in. Remember, this is only our 4th podcast. We're going to be doing this, presumably, for the next 25 years.
At least. That's the bare minimum. But yeah, we could, obvious things, we could plan out our podcast better. Probably reoccurring segments.
So this is what people are seeing. Create a channel.
Create a channel?
What do you mean by... Oh, create a channel to join the chat. So what happens if you click that?
Yeah, what happens? What happens if you click that?
You have to like actually create a channel. But it's like already signed in.
Okay, so now you're in, right? So now you can chat?
Why did I have to create a channel?
So it was as easy as that.
So yeah, just click the create a channel thing and it'll ask you to re-sign into your YouTube account or
Yeah.
Gmail account.
So it said create a channel, which seems scary, but Isaac pressed 2 buttons and now he's chatting. So I really hope that works out for everybody. Yeah, it doesn't seem that inaccessible.
Yeah, so to that person, just click that little create a channel button and sign in. You'll be good to go. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, because we're all about the,
Alright, so, really what we want to do right now, you know, we're trying to get that second win in. It's not even 10 o'clock. It's still early.
Matt Bogdan says daddy with an I instead of a Y.
All I want to tell Matt Bogdan is, I'll be your daddy boy. I'll be your daddy boy, you know what I'm saying? Yo, any, sexy men out there hitting Matt Bogdan up on Grindr?
And Tinder.
And Tinder,
And Twitter and Facebook.
And Twitter and Facebook. Hit him on all social media. But, let's get Matt Bogdan some good dick tonight if we can.
Oh, I can.
You know, I want my boy to be comfortable. I want my boy to be fulfilled. Sexually, scientifically, emotionally. So don't hurt his feelings. But really, let's get some audience interaction. What does the audience want to know? Because that's what we're about right now. That's what we're about right now. We haven't been in it, you know, I think, we haven't been, serious enough about interacting with the audience the past couple podcasts. And that's what's important.
Christoph the Destroyer says, wow, I love watching 3 weebs eating cheese puffs and drinking shitty beer with a lot of dead airspace.
Thanks, Christoph the Destroyer. we love the feedback.
We love the fans. We do it for fans like you.
That's what we're talking about. We want you to fucking roast us.
I want to get successful enough to the point where we get roasted live a lot. That's kind of what fuels me.
Like, it's pretty funny.
What is it? Christoph the Destroyer. Non-sarcastically, what do you actually like to watch?
Yeah, we want to know, because we're here for
we'll make it happen.
We're here for you. We'll take off these fucking headbands. You know.
No, I won't.
I'll yeah, I'm not disgracing my country Konoha, you know what I'm saying? So really we want I feel like we've been lacking on the audience interaction. And that's what one of the
that's a cornerstone of our podcast.
That's a cornerstone, and that's what we haven't been really focusing in on. And the dead airspace, I don't know if it's been as dead as Christoph is saying, But
this is the deadest our airspace has ever
it has definitely been the deadest our airspace has ever been. Christoph, I would say check back on Saturday when we have some Tinder matches face off for who's going to return
Tinder
the next
views.
Tinder views. We're going to have our Tinder dates match face off for who's going to return the week after.
Yeah, we're gonna pit different people we don't know who we've met through Tinder against each other in a trivia drinking game. And so
That's what it was like, you know. Last week we only had Emily, you know. It was the first week. We had Emily. She's great. SU class 2020. She's a nutrition major, vegan, a red hair, works at Strong Hearts.
yeah.
And she was really great fun, and she loved it. She wants to come back, so we're inviting her back. And she's gonna hopefully she's gonna win and beat your guest.
I hope so.
She was my guest last
I
week.
did get a new Tinder match during this podcast. So.
And did you invite her to the podcast?
I have not yet because I'm trying to focus on the current podcast. But
Good.
afterwards, I will be messaging tons of people on Tinder asking them to come to the podcast this Saturday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Where we encourage you to drink with us.
Mm-hmm.
Put a beer back every time we finish one. You finish one. So if it were tonight, you know, hasn't been that long. You know, I mean, hasn't been that many. But you'd be putting back, you know, 5 beers with me, 6 beers with me. You know, James, I don't know where James is at.
I'm at a fair amount. We
But
drank a fair
we're
amount.
just having fun, you know. And if you want to tune in, it's your prerogative. But seriously, what is any audience questions? What do you want to know about us, the world? We'll give our commentary, because that's really where we're at right now.
Because what I want you to imagine is, like, imagine we had thousands of viewers. What would we do to deserve that, and what would we do to maintain that?
We've done nothing to deserve 1,000 viewers.
True.
More than 5, I think so.
I think so. I think we're deserving of what we have so far.
I think we deserve somewhere between the realms of
We're putting ourselves out
10
there.
and
It's harder
30.
than it looks to
do this.
fill up as much
You know?
airspace as we do.
This
for
is only
over 2 hours.
I mean, first of all, I'm gonna roast the fuck out of Christoph the Destroyer.
Hey, no.
Hold on, wait. Christoph
Love
the
for all of our
Destroyer.
fans. Love for all of our viewers.
Oh yeah, no, there's love. There's love in this roast. But your name is Christoph the Destroyer. Do you play a little bit too much World of Warcraft, Christoph, to call yourself the Destroyer?
Fuck.
What are you destroying? Because
Simmer
you're
down.
not destroying any
Simmer
pussy if
down.
you're on this podcast.
Oh my god.
So,
We got a whole good cop, bad cop thing. I love all of our viewers. And
I mean, there's love, I said. You know what I mean? Like, if he's gonna roast us, you know, he can't be expected to get unroasted back.
We're gonna turn the other cheek. I love you, Christoph. I hope you're having a wonderful night.
A name like Christoph also, like, where you just drop down.
I don't
want
want to assume you want to get pussed,
You
but if you want to get pussy, do it.
Someone drop you to Soviet Russia. It is your boy, Christoph. I am here. You know?
What if we play drinking Jenga?
In the room?
No.
Like right now?
Not right now. In the
I think it would be too slow paced. I don't think it would be a good format for this podcast. There would have to be, if we did, I think we'd have to have different blocks for drinking Jenga.
Constructive criticism from Christoph. I feel like you should have more relatable topics so more people understand what the hell you're talking about. How do you feel?
Christoph, do not
What's okay?
start.
What's your
Christoph-
response to that, Max?
Christoph, I'm not going to apologize for my previous accusations, but I will say that's a fair criticism.
If you want more viewers. That's true.
I mean, earlier we were talking about, it was very...
I agree. I'm on Christoph's side. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. I agree too. I'm going to
He
say...
says also do a flip or something cool.
That's what made me think of Jenga.
Last week I almost broke my ankle. That did happen.
How did you do it though?
So I was trying to kick myself in the forehead, Christoph, and when I jumped, I landed on my ankle and almost broke my ankle. Definitely rolled it. It still hurts to this day, and it's been 4 or 5 days, 3 days, I guess. Saturday it happened. But
They should have a call-in option.
a call-in option. Ooh. That'd be interesting.
So,
I
give
think
me-
we have enough people
If
that
we
would
get
call in.
3 yeses in the chat, I will figure out how to have a call-in option this Saturday for our Tinder view. But it'll take 3 yeses in the chat. Continue.
And what else am I saying? Relatable options. I would say, you know, earlier today the topics were a bit more vague. It was just I think we got caught in the moment of trying to plan this podcast. Or, you know, James was like, you want to wear these headbands? And I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And so we decided to make a segment out of it. You know, kind of niche for our weed crowd, as you called us. But we were talking about, you know, the role of change, the role of decision making, personal growth, And there's a lot of lessons I think to be learned. You know, a lot of thought-provoking commentary on personal growth and change that we had, which, you know, they're not you know, topical in the sense of current events, but they're topical in the sense of we go through those every day when we think about change, right? You agree with that? What do you think? How are we doing on relating to our fans?
I think that the direction I'd like to see us take is a much more comical one, a much more ironic one. When we talk about change, we're kind of actually talking about it.
And you want to see us talk about it comedically.
But who gives a shit about what we think, is what I'm saying. I want to go much more nihilistic, okay? I want nothing to matter.
Sure. But I think the issue is that our opinions are out there. And
we did get 3 yeses, so we will have a call-in segment this Saturday. That's a promise.
That will be true. Do we just put our numbers out there? Do we just
no,
our numbers
no?
to the world?
There's apps that are specifically for calling in for podcasts, which we will figure out. We'll have more
I'm
info.
trying to get phone calls. You know what I mean? Someone blow my phone up because no one's texting me.
So okay, maybe we'll just put up Max's cell phone number. I say we do that.
Yeah,
actually.
we'll put up my phone number.
So we'll put up Max's cell phone number. Follow at @CoolBioFacts on Twitter.
Cool_bio_facts.
And also follow at James_Longo.
Yeah.
And we both tweet out usually day of, maybe a little bit before.
When we're gonna stream. Or you can subscribe and be notified when we actually do start streaming. But it is Tuesdays at 8, Saturdays at 7, and this Saturday, remember, we're gonna have 2 guests. Hopefully, you know, our returning guest Emily. And another Tinder girl that she's going to compete against. I'm rooting for Emily. She's on my team.
I mean, she's on your team, so I'd hope you're rooting for her. But I have a few candidates.
And are they going to match the expertise that Emily brought to the table?
Emily.
So, you know,
I got a few.
What do you think? You think it's going to work out next Saturday?
In terms of...
So you tuned in, right? You tuned in.
Yeah, of course.
So what was your critique? What was Isaac's critique?
Matt Bogdan says, "Why the Naruto headbands?
Why the Naruto headbands?
Naruto Tuesday. That's why.
Naruto Tuesdays.
I don't really know why other than that.
It just happened.
It happened. It's kind of funny. It's kind of my identity. It's kind of both.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very successful day for the podcast. Emily was very cool. Definitely brought things together.
Yeah.
She was the glue. We need more glue.
We need more glue. We're good individual, but we need glue that brings us back.
We got 3 yeses for the call-in. If we get 4 yeses, actually, if we get 4 yeshes, Y-E-S-H, we'll bring Daniel Decker in this room.
Yeah, and everybody loves Dan because Dan's been that glue that people like. People are like, all right, we're watching Max and James for Dan. Why? I don't know. There's a charm to him. Maybe it's his flowing locks. Maybe it's his inability to chug a beer. Maybe it's...
I think he's getting better. I think he's
definitely getting better.
Underdog story.
33, 29, 24, 26. He might be going back down though. You know, sometimes it's not linear progress. It's hurdles to overcome. For sure.
Max, for the viewers at home, I want you to look right in the camera. I want you to give a secret. I want you to say something you've never said out loud before.
Fuck. Okay. I've said this secret out loud.
Okay, but maybe that's good enough.
To one
we
or
have 2
two
yeshes, 2 more, and we get Dan in here.
1 or 2 people. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing this on air, but I feel like enough time has passed where I'm okay with it, and I've accepted what I did in my past.
Okay.
I remember being a curious young man, and having you know in my life now as a 21 going on 22-year-old man. I'm straight, you know. I love women. Doesn't mean I can't appreciate a handsome man. I look in the mirror and I appreciate myself every day. You know, what I'm saying? I'm flexing. I give it a little flex. You know, I'm looking good. But I remember, you know, I was probably like 10 or 11, and I
Oh boy.
maybe even, you know, a little bit younger, not too much younger. That'd be really weird. And having some like kind of homoerotic experiences with some other young children of the time, because we're just like, shit, this feels good. Like, yeah, touch my dick. Like, it happened. You know, and also I want to, you know, follow it up by saying, like, it's all right. Like, if I'm not saying like it's weird to be homosexual. I think it's weird to try and explore that at such a young age. I did. I'm not gonna go into too many details about it. I'm sure you're gonna figure it out off this topic, but I know who I am now. I know what's happened in my past. I think I was just a young child trying to explore life, and just trying to explore life. So if anybody else has any experiences, you know, I want you to reflect on that.
Anybody else has any prepubescent
sexual experience,
homosexual experiences?
Yeah,
please let us know in the chat.
Yeah, please let it. Yeah, we're gonna drink to that. Think about it. You know, it's all right. It happens. We explore ourselves. We explore sexualities. We explore our lives. Yeah, I've sucked a couple dicks in my life, but I was probably 10 years old, so I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. That's a good secret. I haven't told anybody that. I was actually pretty much afraid to tell anybody that. You know, some people have heard. My ex-girlfriend, I've told her. One of my ex-girlfriends knows and is aware of that fact. She's actually heard twice. In the context, you know, I also told a couple other friends in that. A couple weeks ago, I actually told a couple friends. My ex-girlfriend was also there. Yeah.
So some acknowledgements from the chat. We got 4 yeses. So Dan,
we need you to glue us together, baby.
And I would like to acknowledge that although I'm not having Max read the chat because he can't pay attention to the live stream if he reads the chat at the same time, I am reading every single message. So Christoph the Destroyer making a lot of mental notes.
What's Christoph saying?
He's giving some We'll talk about it afterwards.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
But I do like to save all the useful comments. And thank you, Christoph, for the...
So I like how Dan wasn't wearing his headband, but put it on specifically to be on the live stream.
So we said if we got 4 yeses in the chat that we would bring you back. Because we're talking about what's good and bad about the live stream.
People like Dan.
Yeah.
You know, what is it about Dan that makes people like?
And so, Dan, I'd like you to share one secret that you've never said out loud to anybody.
I just shared one about me having a homosexual past when I was 10 or 11 years old, sucking some kids' dicks, getting my dick sucked by other guys. Probably not nutting because, like,
you were there, you know.
It's a long time ago. I don't think I nutted with the other guys. But I was 10 or 11, we were exploring sexuality, like, yeah, this feels good. We didn't think it was gay. In fact, like...
It's not gay.
We were like 10 or 11, so we still thought like gay was like an insult. We're like, yo, we're not fucking gay. But we know better now. At least I know better now. I don't know about the other guys. They might be homophobic at the moment. I'm like, you know, I love it. Well, in the sense that like I'm digging myself into a grave. I'm just saying like I'm not ashamed of that past anymore. That's a secret I've never told anybody. So I went all out, Dan. So what have you got? What's something you've never told anybody? That's all. That's all.
Yeah, you put a lot on me right now.
It's, you know, it doesn't get that insane. Just like something. James, Isaac, any secrets? You know, just doesn't have to be comparable. Doesn't have to be comparable. Just don't make me feel alone in sharing my deepest, darkest secrets.
I feel like I haven't really done anything worth keeping secret.
Lame.
Wow. What are you, a church boy? I mean, but he might have a secret with the
I mean, there are definitely things that, like, I don't go around telling people, but I'm pretty sure I've told you guys.
Well, I don't know.
Like, maybe not Max, but...
Something you told less than 5 people, then. I guess that qualifies.
Actually, no, I have something I want to say. Take advantage of this live experience. It's not really a secret, so much as it is just something I don't like to talk about. And it did not happen. I can
insightful.
Say with all honesty, it did not happen. And what I have told
bag.
what I've told
Huh?
anybody who
Take the
has
bag
ever
off the
brought
table.
this up to me, like whoever's like confronted me about this experience, I've told them all the same thing, that if this did happen, I would have thrown this person out the window. But there was a rumor when I was fresh out of a relationship in early high school. There was a rumor going around that my ex and I had issues because we were experimenting with things sexually, and
I'm with it.
I'm with it.
the rumor and the lie and the gross, horrible.
You were pegged.
What?
Were you pegged? Is that the rumor?
No.
Oh man.
So I'm pretty sure she started this. I'm pretty sure it originated from her, like at a girl sleepover, and she was just saying shit because she was pretty not in tune with most sexual terms.
Of course.
So one of her friends asked, "Would you ever? Have you ever?" or something, and brought up Cleveland steamer.
Cleveland steamer.
Which is taking a shit on your significant other's chest.
Classic.
Okay.
And she...
Classic.
Shout out to Cleveland.
We call that a Boston pancake where I'm from.
So she didn't know what that was. This is just what I pieced together, is that happened, and she didn't know what that was, and she either felt pressured or just wanted to seem cool, and it was just like, yeah, I've done that.
So she shit on your chest.
No, she did not.
Isaac,
She...
we're getting intimate.
She told...
I need to shit on your chest.
She told a bunch of her friends that she did, not knowing what she was saying.
Oh,
And then it just
girl.
spread like wildfire, and everyone brought it up to me, and I was like, no, and I told everyone the same fucking thing. I guarantee you, if that even started to happen, I would have thrown her out the window. And I stand by my statement that I would throw her out the window.
That's good. That's an intimate story.
Pretty funny.
I accept that.
I shit on your
Pretty sure that had something to do with my next girlfriend leaving me.
chest. They're like, Isaac, I don't want to shit on your chest. I wasn't going to ask you anyways.
I would actually throw you out the window.
Dan, you think of a secret in that time? Because we just told some pretty heavy shit.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I mean, you already heard about Dan's threesome story.
Yeah.
That happened already.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm pretty open, at least with you guys, with most of my sexual escapades.
It doesn't even have to be sexual. You kill somebody before?
I
You
guess.
fucking murder someone?
I guess.
Yo, James.
No, I guess this one time I was I was just like talking to this girl.
You were talking to this girl.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, like, I don't know, like one thing led to another, and we kissed.
You kissed? Oh my god. Oh, bro, he kissed the girl!
Oh fuck!
Yo, James, didn't you watch somebody die? You have to talk about it now.
Is this something you want to talk about on the podcast?
Yeah, definitely. This isn't comfy talk. This is a...
How many viewers do we have? We have 9.
I had sex in JCPenney's.
If I get 20 affirmatives, I will talk about what Max just brought up.
James watched somebody die. If you want to hear that story, say yes. All of you say yes.
Give me 20 affirmatives, and I will do it.
I've got another one on the terms of watching someone die.
God. Where the fuck is this podcast going?
My high school, or my middle school, high school had a ski club, and
They
so you
died
could.
skiing?
Let me get there.
Oh my god.
So you could, pay like a really discounted fee, and the school every Sunday would take a bus full of kids to Holiday Valley, which is a ski resort near me, and you just have like 6 hours to just ski or snowboard for the day. It was like really cool. I did it for 6 years, and it was like the best thing ever. I love snowboarding. So much fun. Had really good friends.
Yep.
One night, we're going down a hill, and we see this dude like wrecked out in front of a tree, and we could tell like he's hurting. He's bad. So we go up to him.
He's bad?
He's bad. We go up to him, and his helmet is like not. It's not like completely on. It's like almost on the side of his face, and there's just blood like everywhere. And so like we didn't really know what to do. So we sent one of our friends like barreling down the hill to get ski patrol, and we like stayed there with him. Like we took his snowboard off, like thinking that would help. We're like, that's all we could think to do. Turns out you're not supposed to do that. Ski patrol got there and was like, yo, you shouldn't have done that. Whatever.
You're doing your best. That's what matters.
We were trying to help, but he got like emergency transported to a hospital. But he ended up dying that night.
Fuck.
Like he like lost a lot of blood and had brain damage. Like he smashed into a tree really hard. So I didn't watch a guy die, but I watched the beginning of him dying.
That's pretty crazy. Dan, you ever had any experience with death? I feel like I've never had something super serious like that, but I can't be sure. I really can't be sure.
I mean, I sort of walked by the same thing with James.
Oh, you were there.
Not the same point.
So it was a different point, but the same experience.
Yeah.
So it was after James had made that phone call.
Yeah. I was just sort of walking over.
Do you want to talk about that, Dan?
To his house. I mean, like, I don't know.
You want to talk about that, Dan? It brings up a really, powerful social commentary, especially about the state of drug use in America, specifically the Northeast.
Specifically in between mine and James's houses.
I'm trying to get Dan to talk about your experience with someone dying.
Dan wasn't there.
He was kind of there.
Yeah,
he walked by.
I think you walked back to your house, and then I came over.
Our viewers back. Why don't you tell the story, James? Come on, we're up to 10. It'd be good. It'd really put some fear into the hearts of the curious.
This is I guess I'll tell it, but this is a good example of where we differ on where we want the podcast to go. I'm all about that, like, lighthearted, ironic content.
Like, halfway in your mom, halfway your dad's in you. Like, where are you gonna push?
That sort of stuff. And Max is trying to get me talk about an actual experience where I saw somebody die, so. Really short story.
Isaac talked about his.
He did. I was walking from my house to Dan's house, as I usually do. And on the sidewalk,
James and Dan are from the same hometown for the viewers at home.
There's like a place where you could pull in, and I saw the car. And like I saw a woman fall out of the driver's seat, and she hit her head, and the head started bleeding. And I went over to her, and she was very pale, like very like completely white, and all of her veins were like very purple. And she was not breathing. I did not know CPR. I did not know first aid. I called the police. This was only about 2 minutes from the police station, so the ambulance came pretty quickly. But I was talking to them, and they just were like, "Do you know CPR?" And I was like, no." And they're like, "That's fine." Okay.
Sure it is.
Just like, yep. No, we don't know CPR, do you?
We're like, shit, same.
We don't know. We're gonna leave this to this teenager.
But then an ambulance came, and they kind of hurried, but then they like described the symptoms, and they kind of sounded like not urgent. And when they got there, they went inside the car and like they're like, "Oh, like here it is," and I didn't know what they were talking about, but it seemed pretty much like a heroin overdose or some sort of drug overdose. And so at that point, the emergency meds or whatever you call those people, EMTs seemed a lot less urgent, and they kind of like casually like put something into her and like carried her away. But I don't think she made it. And I think it was just kind of a routine thing, unfortunately, that's starting to happen.
Because of
drug overdoses, and that
especially in opioids. There's a big opiate problem up here in the Northeast.
I would guess it was opioids. But so that's what Max wants the podcast to be more like. If we get one more no in the podcast, we'll never do anything like that again. So let us know in the chat.
Or how about we go out and murder people and tell our stories?
It's delayed, so they're not there yet, but
this message is out for review. Damn, this is dark. What the fuck? There's some shit out there, man.
Okay, so Max is ruining the podcast.
I was pretty young. I was probably like, 10 or 11.
Where the fuck are we going with this?
I didn't witness this, but, there's two main roads. There are two of the main roads in my town. Shout out Plantation, Florida. Shout out dox me, you know what I'm saying? There was a gas station. And I remember being like, hearing like, yo, like there was a homicide, suicide at that gas station. I filled up there all the fucking time. Every now and then too, I'd hear gunshots on the border of Sunrise Boulevard. Like, the world's not a safe place.
But that's the thing, is like you can't fill the world with fear just because.
Oh no, definitely not. I'm loving
stories.
life. I'm loving life. I'm not scared. Sometimes, sometimes it's irrational. But it's amazing to think about the places that we think are the most comfortable. People die. People kill there. They're not safe. They're not safe from the taint of the devil. And I think it's naive to assume that we'll be safe in every
I relate with Christoph Destroyer. He asks, how can we participate in this discussion?
Christoph, do you have any
Christoph, don't share them.
Any experiences?
Christoph, please save this, this podcast.
Please share your experiences in this discussion.
Christoph says, my tale begins at the dawning of the Viking Age.
Tell us more. What about the Viking Age? What was it about the Viking Age that was the beginning of your tale? Was it the murder and pillaging of other Scandinavian villages? So it's still pretty dark. That's not very, let's hear about it.
If we can get, 2 people to type the word, or the number 69, Dan will chug a beer in under 69 seconds.
I can't. I'm just full.
Isaac will chug a beer in another 6.9 seconds.
Shit, can I get a glass?
Yeah.
Alright.
If 2 people type 69, Isaac will chug a beer in under 7 seconds, under 6.9 seconds specifically.
6.9 specifically, yeah.
6.9 specifically, but it will be from a glass. So less impressive, still impressive. And we're all about breaking personal records. Here at the Coconut Antler, we have a board for the Eskimo Run. And the Eskimo Run is when you run around the house.
We got 3 69s instantly, Isaac.
It seems like Christoph is into it, Emily Verbeck, Verb is into it, as well as Anonymous Anteater. So Isaac didn't pour himself
That pretty quick.
a crisp natty light. Crisp natty light. He's opening it right now, he's pouring it, and he's gonna drink that in under 7 seconds from his nice glass, stein. I don't know what to call it. It's not really a stein.
Mug?
A mug of beer, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna get my handy dandy timer ready.
Can I stand in my frame?
You can stand in my frame. Yeah. Alright, are you ready? He's flexing, he's really into it. Alright, 3.
Give me a second.
Give him a second. He wants to fucking wait. What are you, a fucking bitch or something? Are you a fucking bitch or something? That's not a good word. I'm not going to use that word. That's derogatory towards our female friends. 6.9 seconds, you know what I'm saying? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's touched his lips. He's starting. He's going. He's putting it down. 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. I hit the stop button a little bit late.
I think he got it.
It was under.
6. It was on 6 seconds. Holy shit! Congratulations. He did it. He gave
for the live stream.
For the live stream. What do you think James can do in under from a mug? From a mug. From a can is harder. You know, you have that like you know that like, I don't know what to call it, the reverberation of the liquid going through that little hole. We have that pressure difference, right? Because you're going from a high pressure to a low pressure system or something like that. Some physical shit. Too much Dead Space games.
I'm gonna chug a beer now. I was just sorry. There's a delay, and I just watched Isaac chug the beer.
Oh, that's pretty impressive though.
So am I trying to beat Isaac's right now?
You're trying to beat Isaac out of the same glass for no less. No less.
Isaac, can you pour it? Because mine's going to have too much foam.
Are we able to rewind and get an official time? Right now?
We will.
It'll
soon.
be archived, so if you want to go back and watch it, you can time it.
So,
Well, I meant because you were racing me. So.
Yeah, we'll get an
We'll
official
both
time.
just do it as
We'll
well.
get an official time probably after the podcast, but it will be there.
Everyone throw in who you think went faster. Me, James, or Isaac.
Who do you think has the most style doing it? Dan, James, or Isaac? Now that's also an important question because I'm gonna go Dan. Dan's stylish. All right, on your mark. 5.
Hold on. I'm not in position.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5.19. That was fucking fast.
That was better than mine.
That was incredible. So there's this bar near us called the Beer Garden, and
Go there again.
That's
on your birthday you get a 2-liter boot of beer, and the fastest time I think is what 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
12 seconds to chug 2 liters of beer, and I think that's ridiculous.
Who does everybody think the fastest was?
It was James. It was James. That's just empirically true.
Yeah, hold on, let's see what the viewers.
Yeah, we're watching the replay right now. If you want to know the delay, I'm just now watching myself chug.
Wow.
So the thing is, who do you think was better, and take into account who
Style
you like
points.
more?
Yeah.
So Charlotte, take into account.
Charlotte, what about Charlotte?
I wanted her to take into account who she likes more for when she votes.
Well, I like Isaac
Everybody
a
likes,
little bit.
Everybody likes everybody who isn't me more.
I like Dan a little bit. I like James not a lot.
Ooh.
Because I love him too much. But we're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to 15, Dan has to chug, so there's still time to make that happen.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
podcast isn't over yet.
Did you say we were at like 29 earlier?
no, we were not at 29. We were at maybe 9 early.
No.
But this has not been a good podcast, day for us. I think, you know what I think? I think I said advertisement, and also we didn't plan this one too much. So it really
Yeah.
took away from
Earlier
the
today, James goes, I don't have to do anything else tonight other than make dinner. And I was like, and do a podcast. And he's like, oh shit, we have to do a podcast tonight.
So really it's about consistency, When you have a huge sample size, of course there's going to be some shit thrown in there. But, sometimes you find the diamonds among the rough, you know what I mean? But it's not too much rough as much as it is diamonds. That's what I'm saying. Especially when the diamonds are right on the screen.
We're working.
Dan and Isaac.
But Christoph brought up some good points earlier.
Yeah, audience interaction. How do we...
Well, not only that, but in terms of expanding our audience, he claims that we need to relinquish more about what we care about and embrace more of what the fans care about.
So we really need more audience research.
But I don't even know what the audience wants. I don't even know what
Audience
the
needs
masses
to
want.
tell you guys.
I think the audience probably wants more Tinder girls.
But we don't have a full audience. All we have right now is about 10 people. So what we need to look at what larger podcasts are doing, but we can't copy them. We need to occupy an unoccupied niche, in my opinion.
That's what I'm thinking. We obviously we have to be ourselves, but while maintaining the integrity of podcastdom, we have to have this overlying theme that people like to relate to, they like to see, but do it with their own unique twist. Like, what makes Max and James better at it than Joe Rogan, right?
Because there's two of us. We know each other pretty well. We're pretty personal.
All right, James. You know what? Like I said, remember, the audience really doesn't know us, too. The audience doesn't know us. The audience thinks they know us, but they don't know us.
I don't know if they even think that they know us.
I think they might I know James. I've hung out with James. Oh, I've seen James on the internet. Yeah, what a silly guy. He's kind of tall. He's kind of, he can run. I heard him do something about running. James, let's get a quick synopsis, Where are you from? Where you grow up?
I grew up in Oneonta, New York.
Oneonta, New York. What did it do to you?
Previous home of the Soccer Hall of Fame.
Really?
Really?
So, did you play soccer at any time in your life?
Well, I played soccer up until 6th grade.
Were you good at it?
No.
I played soccer.
I was a goalie.
I was a goalie.
So,
For 1 year, our team was undefeated.
Damn.
I was about 5 years old.
One time, I played a game at the Soccer Hall of Fame. And at halftime, like all the Soccer Hall of Fame people like walked us out, like all the little kids, because it was like cute or whatever. And they gave us these Soccer Hall of Fame pins.
Really?
And so I was like, damn, I'm gonna wear my pin for the second half of the game. And I remember I saw my dad during the halftime, and he's like, you shouldn't do that. Like, something's gonna hit it, and that's gonna hurt. I'm like, Dad, that's not gonna happen.
Dad, I'm 7 years old.
I'm also like 7 years old. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. What's the odds that hits this pin? And so
it hit the pin.
And Dan's nodding right now.
It hit the pin. Yeah, Dan's there for support.
So this is when we're about. How old was I, Dan?
Seven or eight.
Like 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
We're playing in front of a bunch of people at Soccer Hall of Fame. My team versus Dan's team.
Did Dan do this to you?
Dan's a forward and I'm a goalie. And so what happens is Dan gets the ball, dribbles past the midfielders, dribbles past the defenders. It's just the goalie and the shooter.
Goalie and Dan.
Me and Dan.
James and Dan.
Dan lines up, takes a rifle. I jump, I block it right off the pin.
Right. Oh.
So I blocked the goal, let it be known. But also, there's like a fucking, like, my chest starts bleeding through my uniform from Dan. But you know what? We moved past it.
I think I might have scored like right after that. Like,
James
I mean, maybe he scored after that. He was
really close to that.
You can only do so much when you're going right by the defenders. Like, a goalie is not enough to block a goal. But let it be known that I at least blocked that one.
Incredible. So you're from Oneonta, New York. You've known Dan for a long time.
Me and Dan met. Oh, God. How many years ago, Dan?
Well, you guys knew each other in elementary school, right? Elementary school, as you fucking New Yorkers, you upstairs call it, elementary school.
14 years ago, me and Dan met.
That's what they say. They say elementary.
I think.
Do you?
I think only I say that.
What do you say next?
Elementary.
So is it an upstate thing or a British thing?
I think it's only me that says that.
I've heard more than one people say elementary and put that stress on the elementary. Elementary, yeah. I call it elementary.
I would say elementary school.
One of my friends says Jolly Ranchers instead of Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers?
Jolly Ranchers. Like, he puts ranch in a weird emphasis and it pisses me off.
Why did you do that? You should kill him.
My oldest brother says disco ball, not
disco ball.
Disco ball. Disco ball. Look at that disco ball. Look at that disco ball. Look at that disco ball. What the fuck's wrong with your older brother? He's also like 40, right?
He's 41.
Yeah. So Dan is 22. His older brother is 41. That's an impressive age gap. And Dan still has younger sisters. His parents have been busy. They've been busy for years. You know what they say? A good relationship has got lots of love.
Who's they?
Who's the people?
Who's telling you that?
The people.
My parents.
Yeah, Dan's the Decker.
Maureen and Bill.
Maureen Bill and Dan having lots of love and
Maureen.
sex.
How do you feel about that as opposed to Maureen? Yeah.
Maureen. I'm a Marine. Not really. Fuck the military. I'm gonna eat another Cheeto. So, you know, what do you got for me, James?
Well, what I see right now is we have another podcast forming in our live chat, and I don't know how I feel about that.
What is Emily saying? No, we don't, Max.
I don't know what she's referring to with that, but I see Christoph the Destroyer and Charlotte trying to start their own podcast in our chat.
I have no idea who you are, but you seem aight. Charlotte Bernhardt. Thanks. Want to start a podcast? Heck yeah. Alright, first of all, dropping to 5 viewers isn't that big of a deal. You haven't really been past 10 this so it's really not that big of a deal. However, if you want to help us get back to 20, not in this podcast, but in our previous podcast, we were you know, doing a lot better. Help us out. James, you need to speak more.
I don't know what to say for this part.
Will James let out a flatulence? Maybe we're just not good at this.
Well, no, I think this podcast...
Maybe we're not good at this.
What I wanted to accomplish with this podcast was to learn how we should move forward. Because I do think that we've been improving since our first one.
Not this one. Well,
we're being a little self-critical.
We want to move forward, but no one's telling us what they want.
Well, they don't.
No,
It's not up to them. It's not up to them to.
Christoph gave some good criticism. We need to relate to the audience more and give more audience interaction. But no one else has really been showing us.
Well, I don't know if
they
we need.
want.
I think Christoph was just talking about relating to the audience. I don't think he was talking so much about audience interaction.
Just don't talk about anime. Essentially, is what he was saying. You know, our friend Tegan's here. I gave her a shout out earlier. Tegan, what do you think we need to tell the audience? What does the audience want from us?
What does the audience want from you?
Yeah,
I don't know if Tegan's been watching the podcast
because
though,
the
so
audience doesn't seem
No,
like
I listen to a program.
they don't
What's
seem
going on?
super happy about like what we've been doing. But what do you want from us? What does Tegan want from us?
What does Tegan want?
You know, earlier we were talking about who would
Tegan's
win.
like, this is my moment.
Okay, earlier we were
Put
talking about
Tegan
who would
in
win,
front.
Otto or Oki, if they were the same size.
Otto or Oki if they were the same size?
But you know,
In a
that's we don't need to
In
go.
a fight, not a bone.
Max wanted a fight.
popularity.
I said that I wanted them to make love, but
Because I was saying Oki's got a hard wooden exterior.
Oki wins on the defense, no doubt.
Yeah.
But that's not the.
but
that's not the
Otto might be more dense.
Because Oki has a very hard exterior.
On the full fight? Well, I mean, I don't really know because Otto doesn't really.
And is it
Well,
one?
I was saying
Is
Otto
it
has that good
1v1
spin.
or
Otto's
is
got
there?
that good spin? You know, he spins his body around like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Oki doesn't have that.
But is it not? Because is it just 1v1? Because if it's numbers, then Otto has us.
Oh, for sure. But no, I think it's mascot versus mascot. But you know that's besides the point. What is Tegan? You know, what is it that we're missing out on that our audience is like?
Well, I think an important thing is like, imagine you don't know us.
Imagine that I don't know you.
Yeah.
How terrible is your life?
Yeah.
Go down to those depths.
What would I want from two strangers? Remind me again, like what you guys have been talking about. Like what was the goal?
Well, each podcast we have a theme. So like
Okay.
Saturdays are Tinder views, where we get somebody from Tinder that we
Okay.
interview for a while, and that worked really well. Emily was great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that, but
I was not able to. No.
it's archived.
It was.
So
When was
you
that,
would
Friday?
you would love
She
Emily.
wants to come back and hang out with us.
You would
Oh, okay. I'd
you
be
would
down.
love Emily.
Okay.
But Tuesdays are more just me and Max. You know, we got Isaac and Dan.
Sometimes Nick.
Sometimes Nick.
But it's a bit different, you know.
We have a viewer asking, can we make this girl chug?
When Tegan chug a beer.
Everyone else has.
Sure. That's
Okay.
Tegan's gonna chug a beer.
We're all about giving the viewers what they want. So
Is it natty?
It is natty.
It's natty.
It's the classic.
So
I'm
here's
not good.
It's alright. It's alright.
that's all right.
I think I did it in 20 seconds.
We usually have everybody
Nothing
stand up right here and then chug. We're just giving the fans what they want. Okay.
Do I stand? Do I have to stand?
Is it gonna be easier for you?
Standing is
Probably.
easier.
Your stomach.
All right.
Places.
Tegan,
I
everybody,
had
let's
5
give
slices of pizza, so this is perfect timing.
let's give Tegan some support. Let's hear that support.
Let's
in the
get some
group chat.
support in the chat. Okay. There's a
Oh.
little bit of a delay, so she'll probably be chugging. She'll
It's
probably
fine.
be done by the time she gets the support. But
It's fine.
But it's knowing that it was there at some point. Oh, are you ready?
Let's
Oh,
go.
hold on, let me time you.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be
do
like.
we need to time
Fine.
it?
All right,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
of
like
course.
40 seconds.
You want
3,
a glass?
2,
Oh,
One.
it's fine.
It's-
go. All right, Tegan's got the
going.
beer in her mouth. It's going down the throat. She's putting the beer up. The
For anybody
angle-
listening through just the audio, I want you to
the angle is
describe what this
increasing.
looks like, Max.
She put the beer down. She's putting the beer down again. Oh, it seems like there's pain in her eye. She's watering. She's watering up. She's not too happy about it, but she's willing. She's willing. She's persevering. She's persevering.
Wow, look
She
at that
does
boy.
not like a natty. She does not like a natty.
Yo,
I
but-
don't like natty.
No.
It's the carbonation.
Who does?
It's
Who
that
does?
carbonation.
But we are sponsored by Natty Light.
Apparently.
We want to be sponsored
We
by
want to
Natty
be.
Light.
We
So
want
we
to
only
be.
say we're only saying positive things about Natty Light.
Wait,
tonight.
are you done?
I got like 2 more gulps. Just give
You
me a
got
sec.
2 more gulps. All right.
For,
You gotta
for
put it
those,
down.
For those of us who are just listening and not watching, Tegan is looking damn fine tonight.
Yeah, true.
Thanks.
Ooh, she's got her red skirt, her white shirt. Woo, Tegan! Woo, woo, woo! And she's putting the beer down like a champ.
Like a champ.
3.
She can hang with the boys.
Stop.
Damn.
54.3 seconds. You know, it's all right. She's not a chugger.
I took that long break and
She took a
You
very
know,
long
it's
break.
about the fans. She was trying to. The fans knew what they wanted, and she's just giving the fans more of what they want.
Exactly.
Yo, high five. We're always proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It seems
You slammed that natty.
She slammed that. Okay, we did gain 2 followers, 2 watchers during that. So
yeah.
thank you.
So they're really pleased to see Tegan chugging the beer.
Okay.
Yo, Grizz, you wanna come introduce yourself?
Okay.
So this is we're gonna choose Grizz, otherwise known as Andrew.
Excuse me.
But
Sorry.
I like Grizz. I like Grizz.
Hey.
So this is a house full of interesting folk. Grizz, what's a fun fact?
Give us something that you've never told anybody before.
I tell people I suck
Like a
dick.
secret that you've never told people before.
It's true. I was like 10 years old, Tegan.
That's hard.
Or something you've
dick, I was
told
like
less
10
than
years old.
5 people before. Something
That's
like
a little
along those
concerning.
lines.
That's
Was
hard,
it?
dude. I feel like
It
I'm
was
an
consensual.
To watch the
open
live stream to hear about the
We were
whole
like
story.
both 10.
Okay.
It was a strange experience.
I don't know if I can
It
come up
happened,
with
though.
something.
Come on, give us a secret. Give us something.
Dude, I don't have.
James talked about watching someone die. So did Isaac.
Did you see someone die?
You have to watch the live stream to hear about it.
I can't, dude. Damn, you're right. I shouldn't have.
Missed out.
I shouldn't have paused it for homework.
How dare you? Homework is far below our podcast.
Dude,
Need a drink.
I honestly don't even know.
Building up a nice stack.
I can't think of anything.
Why can't you think of it? Why did they call you Grizz? Why did they call you Grizz?
Because I'm from Alaska and I'm big. That's why they call me that.
Don't you have 20 mush dogs?
Yeah.
20. So have you done some mush racing?
Yes, I have done dog racing.
What's the what's
I
the
think
best?
it's called mush raising.
mushing.
Mashing, yeah.
What's the best place you've gotten?
Well, I've won the junior world championships. Yeah.
Fuck.
And you haven't done the Iditarod.
It's because it's different. That's like a marathon, and I ran the sprint races. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so you're like a really good musher.
Not really.
But you won the
it's a
junior
pretty
world,
small
the
sport,
world championships.
Yeah.
How many people do it?
Like 50 people all in from.
How do you
Alaska.
qualify?
You just enter. It's that small of a sport. But,
So you're still better than 49 other people,
yeah.
at least.
That's worth it.
So, but is it? So how much human skill goes into mushing versus the dog skill?
A little bit. It's more like it's more
Strategizing?
like hard work. Like you have to do a lot of training and stuff, and you have to have a lot of skill sets. Like,
So there is a lot of human skill.
yeah.
Like what did you have to learn in order to
Yeah.
become a good musher?
Kind of like you have to learn how to manage a lot of things. Like in some situations, it'd be pretty stressful. But
So,
it's
you know-
kind of like working with a team, but you're like
They're dogs.
captain.
They can't understand English. What was the most dangerous experience you've had while mushing?
That I can answer. So I was mushing someone else's dogs in a very specific
Oh.
situation. This is probably the most traumatic experience of my life. I'd say easily.
Wow.
Yeah, easily. So someone else's dogs. Our dogs are extremely well, behaved because we raised most of them and we're nice to them.
There's none left.
We teach them to be good dogs.
Uh-huh.
But these other dogs weren't well behaved, and I was pretty small, you know. I was taking more dogs than I ever usually take, and they got into a huge fight, like a 6-dog
With each other.
ball. Yeah, and our dogs never fight, but it was terrifying. I had to pull this dogs off this pile of meat basically, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Some dog
How old were
almost
you?
died, but I didn't. I was in 7th or 6th grade.
So you're like 10 years old, fighting off full-grown huskies.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Full-grown huskies fighting over meat.
No, they weren't fighting over meat. Sorry, I was just thinking it was a pile of dogs. No, it was. They were all hooked up. So
What's
they were
spooked them?
Well, so I was on this airstrip, right? So these trails go through the city of Anchorage, Alaska, and
Yeah.
you emerge onto this airstrip that's only used in the summer, so you can mush on the airstrip
In the winter.
in the winter. And these firefighters were doing this exercise with all the smoke that was going across. And, I just theorized that's that kind of got them on edge.
So the
And then
smoke, there was this lack of clarity for the dogs. They got confused. They were like, "Fuck," and they started fighting each other.
Yeah, that and
Were they
just
also like kind of
fucking
like
dogs.
nervous because like you weren't their owner?
Probably, and I wasn't super experienced, so they could probably tell. This kid's a chump.
Mm-hmm. But now you went out there. You think you do better?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He is a junior world world champion.
Yeah.
Damn. That's appealing to me. I'm pretty attracted to Andrew right now. I don't know how.
Yeah. So Do you think what was the biggest lesson you learned from that?
Oh, I don't know, man. Just like sometimes you gotta fix your own problems, and you're not gonna have anybody help you.
But were they your problems?
No, but
It
wasn't my problem. But I had to solve it, even if it wasn't. Sorry, you don't have to fix your own problems. Sometimes you have to fix problems on your own that aren't necessarily your problems.
Good
Yeah.
recovery.
Good stuff. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
So I mean, you said it was probably the most traumatizing experience in your life. I mean, do you have I don't want to get too personal.
Let's get too personal.
Do you have like flashbacks?
That's exactly where I
do you have
want
like
to be.
flashbacks to that like
Not
experience?
really.
Like, do you think
I've
about
had
that
a
a lot?
pretty easy life, like as it goes.
Yeah.
You know. No, I don't have flashbacks, but it was. Yeah.
But I mean, what's the most similar situation you've had?
Sorry?
Similar
experience.
You got locked in a trunk once and almost died.
Almost died.
Because it got really hot in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Where were you?
We were
you-
in
was this
Colorado, and it
There
was
was
Colorado.
there was, and I was just a stupid kid. Couldn't
Oh.
pull it. Yeah.
Oh.
So I was just
Fuck.
screaming my head off. My mom walked by and like
She's like,
she was
Who
terrified.
locked
she's
you
like,
in?
Andrew,
I
get out of the fucking trunk.
I just closed myself in because I was
Oh, it's yourself?
yeah, because I don't know, dude. It was a while
Natural
ago.
selection at its finest.
Basically, yeah. Had my mom not been there, I would not be here probably.
Well,
Shit.
I'm glad
Teach
you
your
are.
friends. Teach your friends. There's a release.
Well, I literally just
Well,
had to
coming from
pull,
somebody
I just
who's-
had to pull the thing down,
I didn't know there's
and I
release.
just
Yeah,
didn't
there's usually
do that.
release.
I don't
Coming
know.
from somebody who's locked a lot of people in trunks, usually there's a lot of airflow, so I've heard.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
It
So
can still get really hot. Though.
I
yeah.
think I was probably fine with the air, but yeah.
on a
it gets hot.
So James likes to throw secret birthday surprises for his friends.
Mine was the latest one.
True.
What that
Go
includes,
check it out on YouTube.
What it typically includes, not in Tegan's case, is kidnapping people, throwing them in the trunk of a car, and then driving them somewhere, having them perform some task related to one of their major interests, and then having a birthday celebration afterwards. In the case of Tegan, we did kidnap her technically,
Yeah.
Briefly.
briefly. We just moved her to the
I hope it
backyard.
was traumatizing enough.
Well,
Dan,
I mean-
Dan's firm arms around you, I'm
Yeah.
sure was.
Well, he did he had to put me down at one point because he
Yeah.
didn't have a great hold on me.
Yeah, he
But
lowered.
the thing so I had actually made plans with my friends, and we were actually I
That
thought
was
we
the
were really
traumatizing
going and then I asked Isaac to text them and be like, hey, we're doing a thing right now, and all he literally said was just, hey, plans changed, sorry.
So, wow, you
Point
actually
across.
canceled on your friends. Wait, were they actually going though, or did you?
No, they were actually going.
What? Oh, I
They
thought
were
you had
ready
that
to
figured
go.
out.
I literally
Damn.
texted them and
Damn.
was like, hey, we're leaving. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna leave in 10 minutes. And then I was like,
Okay, to be clear though, I messaged them on Facebook 3 days in advance, so it's not my fault that
I
they
didn't say it was your fault.
that they. I'm telling you the viewers.
Okay.
Are we starting?
Yeah.
So it's not
did we
my
just start a
fault
fight?
that they neglected.
Team
to
Isaac
accept
or
my friend
Team
request for
Tegan?
3 days. We are on the same team.
Well, they are athletes in their defense, so they get a lot of creepy messages from people that aren't their friends. So,
Really? Does that happen as an
Yeah.
athlete?
Yeah, they're
Why
on the softball
athletes?
team. Well, because they're really just visible members of the community. So,
For anybody, I'm posting the chat to the video to the chat.
Tegan's birthday.
Yeah.
Tegan's
So if you guys, when you're done with the live stream, please check that video out. It was the Tegan's birthday party.
But anyways, they're just really visible members of the community, and you can look up their stats, and there's a lot of pictures of them, so they get people who will just try and add them and just be like, yo, I watched your game, or I've been following your stats. It's really creepy. So they don't really, they try to keep a
Interesting.
lot of their profiles private.
So yeah. I
Yeah.
hope one day to have to keep my profiles private.
You still
I-
won't though.
I do.
I probably.
I would if enough people message me.
If enough people did.
Okay, so me personally, I don't. Any of the viewers experience this? I have a lot of people from different countries try and message me, and it's it's more just you're so beautiful, please talk to me,
Really?
stuff like that. Yeah, I don't
Really?
know
weird random things like that occasionally, but like not enough to the point where I'm like, I need to prioritize.
It happens like
enough to the point where I'm
like
lol, this is just the internet. Like
it happens like at least one time every like 2 or 3 months.
That's weird.
I feel that much. Random messages.
But no, but like I've seen that a lot, especially on very particularly with women, where people from it seems like it tends to be like Southwest Asia, like Indochina area.
Let's call out some ethnicities.
I'm just giving a general region. They I see a lot of messages towards women where it's like you're beautiful, or even more explicitly like I want to fuck you. Like to women specifically coming from that region. Not that it doesn't happen from American males or
I mean I get
or North American males, but
honestly,
I've seen a lot of people share that kind of content.
I get just as many creepy messages from American men as I do like any other men around the world, but it's just like interesting to me that
people that
like
have no connection to you find you.
Yeah.
That people that are so distant from you find you and send these messages.
Yeah. Yeah. To be a woman.
To be a woman. So to all of our men out there,
fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, just don't be creepy.
Support your friends when they write me too, and listen to them, and validate their experiences because they're probably not lying.
Also, everyone just support anyone who puts Me Too. Like, I just feel like that. I really respect everyone who is involved in that and like putting themselves out there, because expressing that vulnerability is really courageous. But at the same time, I feel that it is also marginalizing some of the people that do experience that type of interpersonal violence and harassment.
Because it doesn't have to be just women.
Right.
It tends to be.
Right.
It tends to be.
Yes.
It tends to be. But don't forget about the people that.
It's not just cisgendered white women.
That might not feel.
And we don't have to talk about our traumatic experiences. Like that's not our duty. Like if you don't have to come out with that stuff.
No.
Like if you are just as powerful and just as courageous if you don't. So.
Also, if you feel like you don't know, if you're a male and you don't know another male who caused a Me Too, get suspicious.
Yeah, because you probably do.
Can someone catch me up?
Yeah, so
I don't know. I've seen it all over.
Also for the viewers.
So what happened, it kind of sparked out of the whole Harvey Weinstein sex scandal this case.
That I do.
Okay, so it sparked out of that. There was an actress who spoke out on Twitter about her sexual assault. And this whole Me Too idea was kind of co-opted from a civil rights activist. And it just kind of gained a lot of attention and social media support just because of the prevalence of the Harvey Weinstein case right now. So it's just asking for people, if they've experienced sexual harassment or assault, to post a status or like a hashtag on Twitter saying Me Too, like showing that they've experienced that, and the hopes of
it happens a lot.
So if they're putting it on social media, it's happened to them. It's not just solidarity.
No, it's happened.
Right.
Holy
so the goal of it was to showcase how much of a issue and how prevalent it is. There's a lot of really great opinion pieces out right now about like inclusivity and the responsibilities of people, and just like it's really great to make sure everything's intersectional, and if you want to know more about it, just look into it. And then it's also interesting to see how how men have responded to, and just specifically to the Me Too as from like a cisgendered woman's perspective. It also kind of sparked like I've seen a couple of my male identifying friends that use like I also like
Has been me too.
yeah, like that. And my one friend put it that he was using it to say that he's recognized his friends and how they've affected, how they have done bad things, and how he has also played into kind of that system of oppressing marginalized identities.
I've also seen no memes on the topic, so good job, society.
Yeah.
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 But also, if there were memes on the topic, I'm all about it because everything should be a target for comedy. But still none on it. I'm sure
Which
there
is
will
good.
be. I'm sure there are, and I'm
Which
sure
is
there
good.
will be.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
everything
Because
should be.
people are taking it serious.
I'm
Sorry,
also-
guys.
You're
I gotta
good.
Bye,
keep
Grizz.
going. Bye.
I'm also a
And
believer that everything should be a victim of comedy.
And humor's like a coping mechanism too. It's
Yeah.
not that.
I'm sure that helps some people, so why not provide the outlet? But
It's definitely something like that could like humor could go a little too far and offend others, but it's also I think everyone should recognize that it is a coping mechanism.
Yeah. So just listen to your friends, male or female, or non-binary.
Or
Just
each other.
just listen to them when they see me too, and they're going through some rough times, and
this is officially our longest podcast.
and
by the way, just
recognize that
interjecting real quick.
sexual
That's
assault
probably me.
and sexual transgressions are commonplace, and it shouldn't be that way.
Interpersonal violence in general, just like
Just stop.
don't be violent to people.
Let's just stop. Not complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I punched James in the face a lot.
That's not the same thing they're referring to as.
Well,
Without
I mean,
his
interpersonal
consent.
violence, yeah. I mean, that can fit in.
But that's not even.
I punch you in the face a lot without your consent. I'm just saying.
That's all right.
Don't let it happen. I mean, you know, it's not the same context, but definitely not the same context. I'm not even comparing them.
No, not the same.
I'm saying
It's basically consensual, you know. I'm
yeah,
cool with it.
exactly. No, don't what is it? Isn't it like people you know are most often your sexual transgressors? Like people you know are very oftentimes the people that are going to be sexually violent towards you.
I mean, most cases of sexual violence are from somebody that the victim knows prior to that. Yes.
Yeah. So like, what?
So when we think of like
That's just
when we think of like trigger warning, when we think of like rape or molestation, it's not usually from a violent outsider, but
Right.
from a non-violent, quote unquote non-violent person that is familiar to the victim.
Right. Yeah. In most cases.
So check yourself before you wreck not yourself but somebody else, and then in turn yourself afterwards.
And also check yourself before you also wreck yourself. Just
Yeah.
check yourself
just check yourself.
in general and don't wreck anyone. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
This is not very comfy.
I want this.
This is not
I want
very
this
comfy.
segued into something much more lighter. But
This is not comfy talk by
Please.
any means anymore.
I think. Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta say the hard stuff. To
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, so our friends do comfy talk, right? Where they kind of tackle the lighter issues. You know, they're just having fun.
Yeah.
They're being comfy. They answer questions like, "What's the comfiest season?" You know.
Ooh.
They agreed upon fall.
Yeah. I like
Or
that.
well, no, they agreed upon winter because they live in Florida. You know, they're some of my friends from home.
Okay.
But anywhere else, they agreed to be fall. That's a pretty comfy question, you know. This is not a comfy question by
No.
any or topic by any means. And you know, me and Tim was talking about that. You know, you come here, you get a little bit rowdy, you get a little bit deep, you get a little bit uncomfortable, but you cheer yourself up with some comfy talk. Wednesday or Thursday, their video will be up.
And self-care, everybody.
It's important to talk about this.
Self-care.
Because realizing it's an issue is going to help you perceive that issue.
Yeah.
Because if you don't think it's an issue, you're not going to see it. You're going to be like, oh, and you're gonna try and deflect the blame off yourself, even if it's not your fault, just because you have some like issue with your identity being associated with the identity that's being blamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a male. Whatever. I'm not out there. I hope I'm not out there, you know, sexually assaulting people or, you know, by all my actions, I don't think I have been. I've never been accused of it, so I think I'm doing everything I need to do right. So don't do it. Think about it. Just don't be fucking stupid. You can get twisted and not be a rapist, so... Like, if you're a rapist when you're twisted, you're probably a rapist when you're sober.
Okay, I have a segue into a very off. We're just gonna.
Is this a light
set that
topic?
aside. Yeah.
Thank God.
What should I be for Halloween?
Oh.
Very.
What's the girl from the same village's name who's in the squad with Gara?
Tamari.
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 So
Tamari's that's Gara's like not sister, but
So we're gonna share.
very related aide.
We're gonna share screens with everybody. How do you spell Tamari?
Temari.
Temari.
Well, Kristoff was saying we're too much of fucking weebs, so.
That's not what he said. He
Oh,
said,
but I am not blonde.
well, Isaac
I'm
doesn't
not
have
a
red
redhead.
hair.
Oh!
None of.
Oh, wait. No, go up.
She's
I
pretty
also-
cool too.
Go up. She is really cool.
I also don't
She's-
really know Naruto that much.
Oh
though.
wow, you just made me click Madara. She's a giant fan.
Yeah, she's badass.
That's kind of her like weapon is like a giant ass fan. This is basically her outfit. That's a pretty good shot actually.
Pretty easy, you know, just a white long sleeve shirt with a red belt.
Villains wiki? She's like a.
She's not even like a villain. She's like
She's not a villain.
There's some parts where she's been like anti-protagonist,
Okay,
but
how-
she's
how
not a
about this?
villain.
I have certain Halloween pieces that I can use. Okay, so I have
Hinata?
Maleficent horns, but I don't
Ooh.
necessarily want to be Maleficent.
yeah.
I also
Kishine?
have,
Ooh,
I have like
fuck.
a glam blonde wig.
Wait, you want young
Be Kushina.
Kushina? Why not old Kushina?
Be Naruto's mom. Just James being Naruto.
You could be my mom.
I'm already your mom.
You mean Baruto's grandmother?
What does everybody else think?
I
don't
am
have any
Naruto
Halloween
Uzumaki.
costume. I don't have a costume of Halloween either.
You don't?
No, I have none.
Okay.
That's me.
I have none.
Isaac is Gara.
So wait, what does the live stream want me to be? What does the live stream want Tegan to be?
Yeah.
There's my gourd if you didn't see it.
Look,
Great.
that looks good. Like, it really looks like that.
It
Like,
does.
You gotta put them shits on there though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta print them out tomorrow.
and you gotta get the red little thing on your head.
It says love.
Is
That's
it light?
the kanji for love?
Is it really? Why was that on his head then for the series? Like in terms of the plot,
Because it was like the love of his like family that like kept him like safe, kind of.
his
Like,
uncle tried to kill him.
I know. I'm aware. But it has to do
His
with
close family.
it has to do with like love. I don't remember. But it says love.
What about the thing on his gourd?
I just think that's
Okay,
bullshit.
so sometimes it's MWM, well, seemingly, but sometimes it's MUM, seemingly.
I think that's just some
I'm seeing a lot of.
badass. Yeah, if I was
It seemed like it's MWM pretty much every time.
yeah, so just go with that.
Maybe it's just I'm looking at it quickly and I never noticed that it's actually a W.
So let's look up Gara's forehead's kanji. I'm pretty sure it means love. I'm pretty sure it has to do with love. It says ai, right? Aishiteru is I love you.
Wow. Okay.
Pinterest.
Pinterest. You know, so we're learning all about love. You know, I think a lot of our podcasts
Meaning of
have,
love in Chinese dash Japanese.
yeah. So I think a lot of our podcasts have had this relationship of relationship back to love, this love and compassion. Tegan and Isaac, what's the loving or compassionate thing that's happened to you in the past week?
In the past week.
In the past week, an experience of love or compassion.
Does it have to be between us? or-
No, anything,
Oh, okay.
anything in your life. Love and
Love
compassion.
and compassion.
You know, it's for me and
Should be
James.
Sakon or in Yukon's second form.
For James, that has to be since Saturday, since the last time we talked about it was Saturday. But you know, for any of you, you know, within the last week,
is Sakon?
I
Two-Face dude.
don't remember that shit at all.
The only reason I know that's because Dan always keeps bringing up that he'd call one sack on, the other one must be sack off.
You could be
Oh shit, he's
That-
kind of familiar. Is he
sound.
Is that a?
The sound.
He's
The
one
sound?
of the protectors of fucking Sasuke when he's transforming.
There's a lot of Naruto in this podcast. Every
I
time
don't.
we talk
I
about
don't
Naruto,
really like it, but it's happening.
We lose a lot of viewers every time we.
It just needs to stop.
So that's a possibility for you.
For me?
Yeah. Anyway, let's give the viewers what they want. Let's give them some more us.
Wait, can we scroll through the chat? Do they have any other ideas not Naruto related?
Do we have any fake fan? Do we have any not Naruto related ideas for Tegan?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
What are your materials that you have?
I have Maleficent horns, a blonde wig. I also have this bomb ass mermaid costume that I made my senior year.
So Ariel?
You could be
I don't want
Demon
him.
Ariel.
Ooh.
You could be that one, the mermaid from
I've renounced my village.
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I mean, I just don't know.
What's her name?
The siren.
There's a bunch of them, I guess.
What else do I have? I also am a firm believer in
Damn.
I want to go to Salvation Army to pick up some stuff soon.
But they hate the gays.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
Salvation Army? Yeah, of course it is a thing.
But here's another thing. Do you attribute the employees to the feeling of like maybe a CEO?
No, but it's not
Like
the
maybe
employees.
one
But it's
person
like
higher management hates CEO, so you're
it's
like,
like-
oh, fuck all the employees. Like,
I don't know if it's the employees. I'm pretty sure that they actively the
They
company
discriminate
they
against.
they like buy they like they don't.
I guess I won't on live podcast. I won't comment on that because I know nothing of it.
Look, all
But
I'm gonna say
I'll do
is
research and comment on it later.
if you have the privilege and money to not shop there, you probably shouldn't. I'm not gonna say I don't because I do. But if if that's gonna be a place for you to shop, like, cause you need to shop there, like, go for it, like, no judgment. But like, let's say you're earning like a 6-figure salary, you probably shouldn't be shopping at Salvo for the hottest come ups.
I have
That's all I'm saying.
no to negative comments on that.
Yeah.
Or so I've heard. I'm really
Yeah, I'm not.
This really isn't my topic
you're
of
making,
interest.
You're making comments on having not
This
enough
isn't
information
my
right
this
now.
isn't my topic of interest. But I've heard
You're
a lot of
corrupting
people
our 6 viewers.
in the
Possibly.
community that I'm trying to defend have had their critiques on it. Also,
I just
God's
wanna say
dead
there
and
was
God
something.
sucks.
There was.
So. What is it? I'm gonna go pray to nothing. I'm about to open. I'm about to pray to fucking to the central dogma of biology. You know what I'm saying?
Be the mermaid from that documentary that just attached a primate fetus to a fish.
That's pretty badass.
Nice.
That's so badass.
Nice.
Okay. Here's what I want to do last week. I don't know why you didn't. I just didn't bring it up. You could GMO any two animals together to create your ultimate hybrid. What would it be?
Oh fuck.
I want to know because in middle school I
got it.
In middle school I had an obsession.
So you combine them into one animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
In middle school I had this obsession with the creation of lats,
Which is
lizard cats. Imagine it, right? A cat that could crawl on the wall and went
okay,
cold-blooded.
I'm gonna get some content.
Scaly
ready.
in some parts, fuzzy in other parts. Lizard cats, lats, badass. Imagine a Komodo dragon cat. It bites you, poisoned. You're dead. But it's also cute as fuck. Cuttlefish. Is that a cuttlefish, James?
So here's my. Are you ready for this? Cuttlefish whale combo.
Shit.
So
whales.
Cthulhu.
Whales.
Cthulhu.
The largest animals on Earth. Cuttlefish.
The most impressive eyes on Earth.
Not only eyes. Cuttlefish can shapeshift and change cuddle.
Change cuddle.
And change color. You know what else they can do? Do you see this right now? I don't think you guys are experiencing this. Because they're in a lot of low light situations. Also in highlight this works. They go up to prey and strobe out the colors so that it like fucking fucks them up. It like stops their prey and then they eat it. Look at this shit. They like confuse the shit out of them.
I don't understand what's happening.
Chameleons are pussies compared to cuttlefish.
Yo, a chameleon could never.
Look at that. They do that.
chameleon
Watch,
could
watch, watch.
never change color this quickly. up. I'm a fucking cuttlefish. Damn.
Do you see that? So the crab is like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Boom. Gone.
Fucking dead.
Cuttlefish shape shift. So what else they do is, so that's what they do.
So imagine that, but giant. Imagine a whale with a beak. A whale with a tentacle.
But so what they can do is, so this is also the shape of a cuttlefish.
This is
if
a
they're
goddamn.
intimidated,
This
they
is
can
an
grow
octopus.
horns and spikes.
Yeah. This is an octopus.
They don't have to have it though.
This is an octopus. That's not a. That's not.
Fuck!
A
I wasn't looking at the link. You know what else cuttlefish can do? Which is possibly the most useless skill in the universe. Not only in the animal kingdom, in the universe. They can change color to blend in with their environment in complete darkness. They get rooms. They put them in a box. There's no light, and they can only change color so fast. When they turn on the light instantly, they're already the color of the surrounding thing. They can mimic the color of their environment in complete darkness. Tell me why they can do that.
They're extra dark.
I don't even care about how. Tell me why.
They're extra dark.
Look at them. Okay, so sometimes they have spikes, sometimes they don't. Look at that.
Fuck. That's so
They
badass.
grow the spikes, now they're gone. They can shift their entire body and change colors. Look how well they can blend in just because they can do both things.
That makes almost no sense. All right, I'm gonna take this back. I'm gonna mix a cuttlefish and
So now imagine a cuttlefish whale. Whales are like fucking a million feet long.
A cuddle giraffe.
Look at it. Look how well it blends in the shit. Just because it can match the texture and the color.
And it's fucked up. That's fucked up. There's no mercy.
There's no mercy in that. It's muted, so I don't know what
this guy's about to get eaten by a cuttlefish. It's actually one of the chairs.
That'd be so lit.
I think I would morph.
No, you got two things. You get
Like
two
a
things.
peacock and a polar bear.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I want like just sheer like big and mean, but also just like the colors of the peacock. I don't know.
Yo, I could see that.
So she's
though.
more about the aesthetic. I'm more about the functional.
I could see that. See, imagine a bear, but it's like striped like a rainbow. That's pretty badass.
I'm into that.
I would subjugate that and keep that in my backyard.
Like not a polar bear with like a peacock tail, but like just like that kind of coloring and spotting.
Fuck.
Yo, that's
It's
one in a
intimidating.
lifetime.
It's aesthetic. It's attractive.
I would not let
got
the
all the
world
above.
see that until they paid me. Like I would capitalize
True.
the fuck out of a polar bear cock.
True. Look at this idiot trying to blend in.
Oh.
I can't blend in.
He's like, shit, this is black and white and squares. I don't know what a fucking square is.
It's doing pretty good with the black and white though.
It's got the colors, but it does not know
Does
what
not have the
squares are.
pattern. Does not have the pattern. Never mind. These guys are idiots.
Shit, but he's good with the rocks.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. So they're not good with
at a quick glance.
necessarily repeating patterns, but they're good with
Let's give him that chair.
seems like cuttlefish are good with like irregular patterns, just not regular patterns. Like I
Thanks,
think
BBC.
I'm smart enough
Let's
to
play
notice
Where's
that
the
cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish?
Where's the cuttlefish? All right, it sounds like a good game. Spot the cuttlefish. Spot miniature.
This is my
Cthulhu.
favorite animal, by the way, guys. Where's the?
It's right there. Oh, I was quick enough. Oh, that shit's. What? Now it's getting hard.
Is it in the corner?
I see that one, but. Oh shit!
Holy
so
fuck.
it chose the rocks, and that's smart.
Oh wow.
I mean, I see it now.
In
It's right-
super
it's
irregular
interesting.
things, though, that's if you were on the fly,
Yeah.
like, there's no way you would.
Yeah, it is the floor in that one.
But they're not even doing like they do it defensively, but they also do it
There.
aggressively. Like, imagine this shit hunting you.
Yeah.
And now imagine it's the size of a fucking whale. You're swimming along, and all of a sudden you see something the size of a fucking house that was blended in, and it moves and it snatches you. I'm just imagining, like, okay, the combination, by the way, is it's this, but it's massive. It doesn't look like a whale. It's a cuttlefish in every way. It just has the size of a whale.
I wouldn't swim.
There's
I
no
would
way.
never be in the water.
I would never be anywhere near the ocean. I'm already barely am, but I'd be even less.
So wait, James, why are you so afraid of whales?
They're
Okay, so
sheer
for
size.
our viewers, James is almost irrational
I feel like it's pretty
Wait,
random.
guys.
What?
I'm deathly afraid of ladybugs.
Why
Okay.
ladybugs?
I hear that
I
more commonly than you'd think.
I think it's like that smell that they put off.
They have a smell.
Yeah, it's like this like sticky
It's a sticky smell.
like I don't know, it's that like orange goop that they like
I don't know.
no?
They
Okay.
do.
You have to
They
date
put-
Tegan for 2 years to understand her.
No, they do have. They
definition.
excrete like a certain.
Yeah, it's like that orange goop that you can smell. And then like I was little and I had this well, okay, so I lived in a really old house and like the ladybugs would just like pile up on my windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had this one dream that like I was literally in like a vat of ladybugs and they like attach to you, you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
like kind of bite
Take care,
you.
Bob.
And it's like mm-mm.
So how do you feel about the cost of 50,000?
50,000 ladybugs for sale.
Okay, so this isn't that many.
For 1,500 for $10.
$20.
$20 for 1,500. So 50,000. Just do that quick division. What's 50 divided by 15?
So how would you feel about buying these? Let's just go on Amazon and look up some ladybugs.
50 divided by 15 is 3.3. So 3.33. So 3.33 times 20 is like 60.
I feel like
Seven,
we
so
found
it's like-
ladybugs
you can
way
get-
cheaper one time.
Or 1,500. No, so
7,000.
that's 30.
A gallon of lady.
30.
So how do you feel about?
$158? That's a lot.
70,000 ladybugs for $158. Out of stock.
Out of
Who's-
stock.
Who is buying 70,000 ladybugs in a gallon?
Me, if
quantity?
I was smart for Tegan's birthday. Damn it.
You probably would have had a heart attack.
That would have been lit.
I would've left
Because they okay, yeah, I was actually just about to say
They're kind of cute.
they eat aphids. That's
Oh, for
like
sure.
a large portion of their diet.
oh yeah, they're great like insect control.
Does not include delivery.
What do you think the person who's delivering those insects is feeling? They're like, wow, why is this box buzzing?
Do ladybugs buzz?
I mean, I'm assuming enough.
I feel
that
like
it
with
makes some sort-
70,000,
it
there's a
makes
noise.
some sort. If you have a gallon of ladybugs, so
How
Max.
many of them would be dead though? Like how many are actually alive?
Well, these creatures will die if left in direct sunlight or in a rural mailbox on a hot afternoon or in cold weather.
I'm thinking you're gonna get 50,000 alive.
That's what I'm thinking.
But it's a lot. It's a lot of ladybugs.
Bring an educational segment every week.
Yo, would you eat a ladybug?
Yeah,
10 ladybugs.
yeah,
25.
yeah,
1,000 ladybugs in one sitting.
yeah.
Someone's like, here's a spoonful of
Okay,
ladybugs.
how do we feel about if we get one yes, I'll do this. I eat something crazy once a week for the podcast. Actually, I'm just gonna do it. I don't even need a
Yeah,
yes.
alright. James will start eating some shit. If
That's
we-
a good idea.
If someone
Um,
can bring us a ladybug, James will eat it.
Okay, so we need to get on the famous Max and James podcast, Twitter, and we'll make a poll every week with like a few options, and I'll eat whatever wins the poll.
Alright.
It'll be some crazy
So
shit.
James loves to eat weird shit. The weirdest shit I've eaten was with James, and it was like one of those silica packets where it's like, don't eat this, and it comes in your shoes to keep them dry.
But I ate it first, so I feel like it's not that brave of you.
No, yeah, James ate it first, but I didn't eat it like days after. I ate it like at the same time.
True.
You know.
Sure.
It was-
I guess you didn't
we-
wait to see long term.
So but James eats weird shit. He's eaten like glass with light bulbs.
I have eaten a light bulb. I've eaten 2 light bulbs.
I've just seen him eat a lot of strange things.
How about to introduce the segment next week? I'll probably eat a light bulb for the next Tuesday podcast. I'll eat
James is gonna eat part of a light bulb next week.
I'll eat the entire light bulb.
I don't-
Actually, no,
not the
I
entire
won't.
one.
I won't eat the filament because it's a little hard to consume.
Don't eat all the glass. You can eat some of it.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. You guys have to tune in Tuesday to see what happens.
Do you want James to eat glass?
We're gonna get a lot of yeses in the chat.
Yes or no? Do you want James to eat glass?
It's like 20.
So basically, 30%. Good thing we didn't go with 50,000 ladybugs is a pet idea. Yes. People want you to eat glass. Eat a light bulb for the pregame. Yeah, that'd be good though. That'd be good incentive. That'd be good incentive to tune in early. If you eat a light bulb for the pregame, it's like fuck, yo, James is about to bite down in glass.
First impression for your
James,
Tinder match.
take care of yourself. No. No. I think that's enough yeses. There's one yes.
I mean, we got... No, the yes was actually to a different question. It wasn't to the light bulb.
Are you still gonna do it, though?
I'm gonna do it.
First impression for the new Tinders.
Be like, hey...
Well, for the one new Tinder and Emily. Hopefully Emily.
Hopefully
I
Emily.
feel like Emily and I already understand.
Shout out to Emily if she's still watching.
If she was
She
watching
is,
at all.
She is.
She is?
Yeah.
No, other
That's
Tinder
Emily.
Emily.
Yeah, Tinder Emily. I'm gonna tweet at her. Yo, what does what does the podcast want me to tweet at our Saturday guest? Our previous Saturday guest, Emily. She used to be a dance major at Hofstra. Now is a nutrition major here at Syracuse University.
Fuck. Okay.
You need to watch the podcast. You would love Emily.
Okay.
She's great. She's great. She had some insightful questions. Wants us to go vegan. And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Pretty entertaining.
So I say...
Actually, you know what? I want to be a surgery. I want to be a surgeon like Grey's and eat it. Okay, first
you
of all...
just read that sentence like...
wrong. So many
three
times.
different ways.
Charlotte, I don't want you to act as a surgeon upon James after he eats a light bulb. I'll call a real surgeon to do it. As I think... What are you, Charlotte? A con bio major, and you like sharks. So you don't even like human biology. We're gonna leave the medical professionals up to fixing James if he eats too many light bulbs. But James will eat a light bulb or part of a light bulb next
Every
week.
10 viewers, I'll eat a light bulb.
We're gonna eat a lot of light bulbs. That's expensive.
Every 10 viewers, I'll eat a light bulb.
That's expensive. I don't like that. You eat more of the light bulb. One light bulb throughout the whole show, but not all of it at once.
Every 10 viewers, I eat an entire light bulb.
Glass.
Yeah.
Light bulb glass.
Yeah, I'll eat a glass part. We don't want you to tweet at your previous Saturday guest. Oh no. So there's none of that.
All right, whatever. I guess you don't care about her. Yeah.
We're gonna cut this podcast at 3.5 hours, so we have 3 more minutes.
I guess I can stay for 3 minutes.
This has been an adventure in unpreparedness. I think it really picked up at the end, and I think if we had this kind of rapport with Tegan and Isaac earlier in the show, it would have been a lot better. Because there's a lot more talking, a lot more relatable topics.
We have a segment called Couples Therapy, but it's not therapy for couples.
You guys have to be
therapy.
mad when you come into it, though. You have to be mad at each other. Can you guys get into an argument every
Therapy
time? Tegan, can you
by
make this happen?
couples.
So therapy by the couple towards us?
Yes.
So
or towards anyone.
James and I need the therapy. Is that what you're saying? And you're gonna facilitate.
Oh,
I'm actually a trained facilitator in healthy relationships and sexuality.
Exactly. So if you ever get into an argument,
I'm a trained natural helper.
I'm not really trained for much. I'm a trained biochemist.
there you go.
I make beer.
Yeah, I make beer too. Not as well as you.
Did you ever get the cloudiness issue resolved?
I think we're just letting it settle. We're gonna bottle tomorrow night, I think. Maybe.
You know, just put some pantyhose over a plastic bottle.
Really?
Yeah, it'll help filter it. Like on the end of your siphon.
Yeah. Comes out quick.
I mean, it'll help. And then you just like wipe the.
Do we need to sterilize the pantyhose?
You just stick them in hot water.
Boiling water, specifically.
Probably not that hot.
Then they won't be sterile.
But I mean, like, they're nylon and they're coming out of a plastic bag. I think you'll be fine either way. But just stick it in before you start cooling. Oh no, shit! You've already started cooling. I'm thinking this is a 1-day process.
Stick it in before you cool it down.
That's what I always say.
It's got to keep it steamy. We're gonna.
So I say we get Tegan to chug one more beer, and when she's done, we'll stop the podcast.
No.
But we can only stop once Tegan's finished the last beer. All in favor? Aye. We got
I'll
3
do
votes
it.
yes.
I'll do it.
No, guys, I gotta be up at 7 tomorrow.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, Max is gonna do it.
I'll take one.
Max, actually, you have to finish this Gatorade.
No, I'm not drinking. I'm not finishing that Gatorade. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I said no. I said I'll chug a beer. I'm not having a mixed drink of who knows what. Of who knows what.
For this portion, Tegan and I are just gonna make out for an hour straight.
Oh, I see. He said that because there's no more drinks in this box. That's why James wants me to drink out of there.
Oh my god, okay. Max is stumbling. Let's get Max. Max, get in frame.
It's cracked. I want to say a very special good night to all of our guests and viewers. Thank you for the final 6 who have, you know, been here for the whole gamut, the whole run. Let's get a good timer going. 42:15. I think you know that, but it's always good to get a reminder. Should be right there. And keep it classy, keep it real, keep it 300. Yo, Okie Nation till I fucking die. Fuck Lemoyne. Swag me the fuck out. All I want is a rolly with the Dabba Ranch. And we're gonna keep it, we're gonna finish this up. Ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, commence. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. We're trying to improve ourselves. I'll try and talk more. Maybe it's not what people want, but I'll try and talk more. 18 seconds.
Better than last time.
Thank you all for joining us. Okay? We're going to do a little bit better next time. We're going to have a few guests. We're going to have a few interviews. I'm going to eat some light bulbs. Maximum Dabberoni. Max, can you give all of our fans a little dab? Thank you. Just thank you all so much. Even just 6 viewers. You know?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That means the world to me.
That they've stuck around too. That I feel like these 6 viewers have been here for a while.
Exactly. So thank you all so much. You know?
It's not just you know. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about.
You know, Max has had a little bit too much to drink.
Not too much, just enough.
Max has had enough to drink. That's another way to put it.
It's a Tuesday night.
It's a Tuesday night, and it's just fun.
This is famous Max and James signing off.
Signing off. All right, let's one last thing. There's one way I want to sign this off. Okay. Thank you all for joining us, and I will leave you with this.
Have you ever heard the tales of 2 most compelling males? The famous Max and James. A strong dynamic duo, they're godly superheroes. The famous Max and